Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha, our producer's here. Hello, Sam.
Hello.
I like your Orlando City pride.
Thank you. Well, it's Orlando City. Oh, you mean? Oh, I thought you meant Orlando Pride. Sorry.
No. Orlando City pride. I was meaning
early.
the love and affection that you have for your sports franchise.
I can see how that
Javier. Hello, Javier. He's mowing the grass right next to.
I can't
Samantha.
see how that could be confusing, though.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that's very confusing. The Orlando City pride, the Orlando Pride, Orlando City.
he's
Wait, are we the city or are they the city?
Nah, I haven't figured
We're
that
all
out
the
yet.
city.
You know what? Now that we don't work for the team, I can tell you how confusing that name actually is.
They're mowing the patch again, back and forth.
Man,
my
my
God.
This guy mows the same 12 blades of grass, and I can't even say blades of grass. Let's jump into our guest, sir.
Yep. So he's from thehumidor.com, ABC.
When you say that, it almost sounds like he's from a different planet.
I know. Our buddy Chris Gwaltney. How you doing, Chris?
Hey, Quiz.
Sorry, Chris.
No.
Quiz is doing great.
Hi, Quiz. Hi, Quiz. It's Tom and Dan. Let's talk cigars. We're babies.
You know, when you have a hard time speaking, Chris, saying Chris Gwaltney.
Yeah, I got your head because
becomes
I
hard.
said I couldn't say blades of grass, and I said that's hard for me to say, and then in your
I
brain,
turned into a baby.
and your brain went hard to say, and then you were like, hi, Quiz. And you couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
You couldn't
I
stop
saw
it.
it coming.
We watched the Titanic go right into the iceberg.
Yeah.
Because I planted the seed. I said, I can't say it. It's difficult for me to say. And those words went into your brain. And you were like,
No, stop me up good.
hi, Quiz. We love you, Quiz.
Yeah, there was no way I was going to get through it. No way.
So you guys got to see how we work. So how you been, man? How's things at thehumidor.com?
Oh, things are great, man. Business is great. And I just want to point out the fact that you got the hard part right. You screwed up the easy part of the name, which is like a shortstop making $1 million catch and throwing it in the third row.
Yeah.
Speaking
that's
of
what I do.
That's what you did.
Speaking of that, let's talk baseball.
Baseball.
All right.
Yeah, I miss the easy shots, Chris. It's the hard ones I make, and that's what confuses people.
It is
Like,
weird.
it's so confusing. Like, why can he do the hard stuff
It's weird.
and not do the easy
He can do
stuff?
all the dude perfect, but he can't dribble. I don't get it.
Yeah. It's infuriating. So, Chris.
You even said infuriating wrong.
Yeah. Let's talk baseball because there's so many sports going on that it is too much. Like, we got excited.
You guys complained when there was none.
I know.
But what you don't understand is we just like complaining.
But it now makes sense to me why they figured out a long time ago to spread these things out.
Right.
Like, hey, let's spread them out throughout the year.
I did used to say, I want all my sports at the same time, Quiz.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I would say.
So now we realize why they do spread them out throughout the year, because having them all at the same time is just too much to follow, at least for me and probably a lot of the people that are busy out there. If you are an ultimate sports fan and that's all you have time for, then you're in heaven because you got it all. But it's too much. So I went over. I'm like, we're talking to Chris. So let me check out what's going on with baseball. And I started looking, and I was like, we're almost in the World Series, and Tampa Bay Rays may make the World Series.
Yeah, well, Tampa is a championship city, apparently.
Yeah. And then I was like, my God, imagine if they won the World Series and the Stanley Cup in the same year.
Well, then, Brady, you got to step up, right?
You got no chance. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying.
I mean, there's a chance, but no chance. I'll bet anybody wants to take a bet. I'll take it, even money right now, that Tampa does not win the World or the Super Bowl. Anyway,
or the World Bowl.
Chris, let's talk baseball. Have you been watching baseball lately?
Yeah, man. It's actually really, it's really, really good right now. I'm pretty excited about the way the games have gone. It's a little painful for not having fans there, not being in these teams' ballparks, because I could just imagine, every pitch, the crowd's in it, and it's like it kind of slows the game down a little bit. I think the games move a little bit faster without the crowd. I don't think the pitchers take as much time in between pitches.
I agree. Yeah, it's a different. I think all sports, if you really dedicate yourself to watching it, I'm not saying on in the background. I'm just saying if you just sit there and really take it in, you will notice a lot of speed.
Okay,
everything's a lot faster. It hurt my heart watching the finals of the NBA. It just doesn't seem the same, you know.
I think the biggest issue with the NBA, and if you look at the numbers, I think the ratings for the NBA were down 70% compared to the last time that LeBron was in the finals. And there's a lot of reasons for it, but I think the biggest thing is the fact that what Major League Baseball has going for it and what the NBA didn't is Major League Baseball was playing their postseason on the calendar when they always play their postseason. And the NBA was – nobody's used to watching NBA finals when football season starts. So I think that hurt a little bit. You talked about kind of sports overload, but I do think I've been watching this, and I think casual baseball. I think baseball is going to pick up some fans, and I think it's going to cement itself because the NBA gained a lot of ground in the sports world over the last couple of years, and Major League Baseball has been declining. I think Major League Baseball is going to get on the uptick a little bit, and I think the thing that people dislike about baseball, casual baseball fans or new to the sport, is the games take so long.
Yeah.
You know, you play the World Series, takes like 3 weeks. Well, the games have sped up. They moved along a lot faster, so people watching it say, hey, these games aren't slow.
Yeah.
And if you've noticed, right now, they play every day. There's no break in between games in the postseason. They are going to have a break when they start playing the World Series. They'll have some breaks in between in the games traditionally. But because there's no travel, I mean – If it goes 7 games, if the NLCS or ACLS goes 7 games, it's 7 days in a row. So, and it just seems like everything's moving along, the game's moving along a bit faster, and I think it's going to be a positive for baseball going forward. But I do miss the fan part of it because a true baseball fan, you like the tense. I mean, it's so tense between every pitch. You know, it's like
I had no idea what you were saying there.
It's crazy.
Sorry, Chris. You threw us off because it sounded like you screamed the T word.
Yeah, I thought you screamed the T word. And I looked immediately over to Samantha, and then I looked away because I didn't want her to think that I...
How dare
Well, I was looking at you to see if you caught it as a producer and you were going to write it down. I wasn't... but then I thought you would think...
I know Chris is a professional.
I was looking at your tents, and I wasn't.
Looking at my city pride.
I was not. And I looked immediately at Tom.
Don't look at it.
Never look at it.
Oh, man.
Sorry, Chris.
I'm sorry. Are you in a liquor store? My God.
Oh, my God. Live in at 8.
Yeah,
this is not Photoshop. There are people actually shopping.
It's awesome.
Someone
You're just walking around the
if you see me
background.
say, hey, can I help you with something? It's because some guy walks in. I'm down in Delray Beach right now.
This is what we should do. Virtual liquor store. No one's ever done that on radio.
Delray, my buddy Alex lives there. I'm going to tell him to go there.
If you want to be on Tom and Dan, stand in the background at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Wave your hands like the Today Show. Hold up that Captain Morgan.
So, Chris, I wanted to ask you about that because I wrote down some things to talk about when it comes to like the absence of fans in the stadiums. So now that we've had some games in all sports played, and especially NBA, it's the
we
end
don't
of
need
it.
stadiums now. Now we need areas where you can play the game with cameras and lights fitted, right? Smaller carbon footprint. You can put them anywhere.
Well, the thing that I found interesting is in all these sports, and I have a question about baseball because I don't know this question or the answer to this, but in all the sports, there's been effect about having no fans in the stadiums. And like in the NFL, I've heard people talk about offenses away play better without obviously opposing fans and the noise and stuff. The defenses have had some problems, and there's been players that talked about like when it's like a third and short or 4th and 1, like the crowd really helps the defense with that extra energy, with that
it's like a ramp up.
adrenaline when the crowd's screaming, and it hurts the away team when they're trying to get 1 yard because they can't hear calls and things. It causes
we talked
problems.
about it just in our hometown soccer team. You know, it's a terrible place to play, Orlando Orlando City Stadium when it's packed.
Yeah, and scoring has been up, and some of it has to do with like the refs not calling holding calls as much, and like things like that. They've said like that the league itself has told the refs like at the beginning, like, you know, hold off on the penalties to make the game go.
Be cool, bro.
But so we've seen effects there. We've seen effects in the NBA. I've heard analysts talk about it's like the most, like some of the best basketball they've ever seen being played and they attribute it to like no distractions and like it being
like maximum focus.
Yeah, maximum focus, and it makes sense. It's a very technical game. So it's like if you have your empty gym basically and you're just focused on playing.
We noticed it the first night or second night of the NBA, like it was like, oh, like they started and they're like, here we are, we're in the bubble, we're doing it, and then Andrew and I, we turned on an NBA game. And it was like at halftime, and it was like 120 to 148. And I'm like, wow, my God.
Yeah.
I was like,
high scoring. So, like, the quality of play actually went up with no crowd. Makes sense. More technical game, no distraction. And then in soccer, I've read some stories about, like, with no fans in the stadium, it definitely hurts home teams because the away team plays better. And also, they did this, and I can never say Bundesliga. Is that correct?
Oh, my God, you got it right.
But and they did this.
You should always say that before something you can't say because he nailed it.
In the Bundesliga league, they've did studies where it actually, the home team made less dribbles, took less
Where did
shots.
you see this? I saw that.
And it was a whole article.
Yeah.
They like play was down 10%, and they attributed to like a soccer is a game that's like it never stops. So the energy level, like little burst of adrenaline.
When your energy level, I think this guy said it. He's like, when my energy level, he was a player talking. He's like, when my energy level dips, I look to the fans to help me lift my energy level.
And it makes sense if you're dribbling down the field and you hear the fans go crazy. That burst of adrenaline is almost like a little drug that your body gives you that could help you get a little bit faster. I mean, it's minuscule, but they've done the stats and they showed that play was down 10% on the home teams. Anyway, so this makes me
Leave it to the Germans to do a really creepy sports science deal.
So there's all these little effects that we're seeing, but with baseball, I don't know, because it seems to me, Chris, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but when baseball players are playing a game, the crowd basically reacts to plays, and once plays are already happening, it's almost like, well, it didn't. It's already, it's like everything's quiet. Then you obviously hit a
action
ball.
Reaction. I see what you're saying.
So I'm like, well, how much does the crowd actually affect the play, if at all? And baseball may be one of the only sports that it doesn't have an effect. What do you think, Chris?
Right.
That's a long question.
I think first of all, baseball is such a mental game for the guys. You look at Altuve. He's made a couple of errors at second. He's trying to do his best Chuck Knobloch impersonation, and it is totally in his head. He is. I mean, and that's not the kind of player he is. So he is totally like out of sorts. So I don't think the crowd really hurts or adds to that. But I do think the crowd, from a pitching standpoint, in a tight game, when it's pitch for pitch, I do think the crowd can have an effect on a pitcher, especially I think if a pitcher is having a hard time placing, hitting his spots and he's a little bit off and he gets a little frustrated. Maybe he didn't get a call from the ump and the crowd's into it, and I do think it can play into there. But as far as from a hitter standpoint or from a guy who's got the yips fielding his position, I think I don't think the crowd really matters, because you're in your head. You're in your head.
And I'm sorry, that old man walked behind you scratching his butt. and I laughed like a child. Not Butler, behind Chris.
Oh.
Or Quiz, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that you make a good point with the pitchers. I never thought about that, like because they're the only player that's continually to exert, like, obviously energy over and over, and I can understand like a crowd noise could give you a little boost.
Well, it only takes a little bit of time though to
get in your head
to kind of reset what we've learned, right? Because it doesn't change their athletic ability, and it doesn't change what they're able to accomplish.
Yeah.
So it would just mean that we're going to need to either go back to normal or a version of it, or they're going to have to get used to playing things completely different.
Well, I mean, it seems like they'll start putting crowds back in stadiums.
They're not letting Atlanta, which is weird because they have that massive new gorgeous stadium, and apparently the I don't know if it's the city or they're working with the mayor's office or something, but they won't let it, it's going to be different state to state and county and city to city, so
Chris,
kind of a mess.
Going on, like, as far as baseball right now, do you think the Rays are going to sweep the Astros? Do you think Atlanta is going to be Rays Atlanta?
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I think it'll be Rays Atlanta. I mean, you'd rather be up to a lot of people are saying that the Dodgers, they had that rally last night and now they found their bats. To me, if I was in the Dodgers locker room, I would have just rather just lost that game 7-0 and come back against the wall. The fact you got so close and you still have to walk, you did all that great stuff and you still take an L, to me, that hurts, So I think a lot of people are kind of propping up, and I disagree with that. I think it's more painful. If you lost by 3 or 4 runs, you're like, hey, they just really got us tonight, and let's regroup. But for you to do all that you did and come back so close and have a guy on third base with a chance to win the ball game, and you still fell up short when Atlanta made mistakes and you weren't able to capitalize on them, I think, to me, from a mental standpoint, that hurts. But it's baseball. It's all about pitching. The Dodgers could come out tonight. The Dodgers win tonight. The Braves are throwing Kyle Wright. Then if they can get their stud, they can get Kershaw to pitch game 4, and they can 2-2 and they're back in it. So I think tonight's an important game. It's not must win for the Braves. It's definitely must win for the Dodgers. But I just think Atlanta, you came into this series, you came into the postseason knowing they can hit. I mean, they home run numbers, runs, everything. They're just out of the park, and everybody was kind of concerned. They knew they had good young pitching. But what this pitching staff has done for the Braves, these 3 young pitchers, you have to go back to 1905, to the Giants in 1905, to even come close to comparing statistically what this pitching staff has done. They have set absolutely ridiculous records. There was a time in the game last night, late in the game, that the pitching staff for the Atlanta Braves had an ERA of .087. They had 75 strikeouts to 15 walks and an OBP of less than 1. So it's absolutely ridiculous what that staff has done. And they're young guys. A lot of, as an Atlanta fan or anybody who's fought Atlanta sports, you're always waiting for the epic fail because your teams have let you down so many times. And I think these guys are so young, they don't know. I mean, they don't know all the things that happened in Atlanta. They're just playing baseball and having a good time, so it doesn't really get in their head. So I think it's going to be the Braves and the Rays, and I think that series will be a really good series because I think both teams pitch the ball pretty well and they play good defense. I think the Braves, top to bottom, have a better lineup hitting, and I think they have the best player of the rosters in Freddie Freeman. I mean, it's cool to see. The whole rest of the world's getting to see how clutch of and great of a player Freddie Freeman is right now. So I do think I'd give the edge to the Braves going with the Rays, but the Rays are scrappy. They're kind of like the Braves in the fact the way they play the game, and they're out there having fun and having a good time, and they do all the little things right. And I think it'll be a great series. I know from a TV standpoint, people will say Tampa, Atlanta is not the greatest. You'd rather have the Dodgers and the Yankees, obviously, those kind of matchups for TV. But who cares about TV, man? I want to see a good matchup on the field. And it's nice to see a team like Tampa, who's literally their entire starting payroll is half of what one player on the Houston Astros are making this year. So I think that's kind of the
that's kind of the big story, right? Is that these guys are like they're I heard some sport guys say bad news bears or some other. He made some term about how these guys are just they're as blue as you're gonna get for they're not superstars, they're not overpaid, dripping with gold. These are just dudes.
Right. Well, it's kind of funny. You've always heard the experts say, baseball's not a complicated game. Your pitching and defense wins championships. If you can pitch really well and you can field your position and not make mistakes, then you can beat anybody. You can get on a streak or whatever. And it's been proven in baseball. We've seen it with Oakland, and we've seen the whole Billy Beane Moneyball theory and not having to spend a lot of money and get good players and get guys who are going to play the game and fill their position, get on base,
Yeah.
I just think that just doesn't get talked about enough. I mean, everybody look at teams. They go you have teams that are just loaded with these home run hitters, right? Yankees are a good example of that. But sometimes you get in these series and you need guys that can just get on base, a guy that can draw a walk, or a guy that can get hit with an inside pitch at a key point in the game where you need a base runner. And I think because your bats are going to go cold, home run hitters don't hit home runs every time they get up there. And if you live by the long ball, and your long ball hitters go cold, and you're not able to play small ball, that's how you see these little teams, these big power hitting teams are like, oh my God, they led the league in home runs, and then they got into the postseason and they couldn't do anything because the bats went cold, and that's their offense. They basically wait for somebody to hit a 3-run homer. That's how they win games.
I think that's one of the things I think about when I do watch baseball. I have to boil it down very simplistic.
Yeah.
I would like to say that I could hit an actual ball from an actual pitcher, and I know I can't.
Yeah.
But I really think it would be cool because what I think about is, like when you actually hit on one of your friends. We've all played baseball as kids.
I didn't. I never.
Oh no!
Oh my God!
Are you okay?
Fell down.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, my God, that scared the hell out of me.
I thought
oh my God, he's got my gun! I'm like, they're getting him.
I thought the butt itching old man got you.
Yeah.
There's
a guy cutting grass inside the store. He just went by with his lawnmower.
So no, but I you know how that feeling you get on the bat when you hit it and you can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotta hurt, right? When you really get one and it's moving and you're a grown ass man, I think that would hurt.
Sting your fingers.
Yeah, that'll burn your nails off.
Nah, not if you hit it in the right place. Now they get you up around the barrel about, not on the barrel, but up around your hands. Yeah, it hurts. But you hit a ball right, man. It feels great. So it doesn't hurt at all.
If you gave me 500 tries and said I would win $1 million if you could hit a ball, just make contact with it from a major league pitcher, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Wow,
oh, no.
That's the first time Tom's admitted he wouldn't be able to do something.
I don't think there's anybody in the city that could do it.
What if you had 2 weeks to train?
Nope.
No,
I don't have any experience as a kid playing baseball.
You don't have any experience with anything, but you always say you can do it. You said you could be a dentist in 2 weeks.
I know what I can do.
I actually agree with Tom.
I am shocked.
I think fiddling with some lady's teeth and telling her what I think's wrong is way easier than hitting a 115-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah. You're talking
crazy?
Yeah, I've seen the dentist. They in there.
They lie half the time. They poke, and then I know what good teeth look like. I got good teeth. I look in there and be,
you poke the thing.
And then I go a 2, a 1, a 3, 2, 2, 1, 4.
Right.
And I'm like, what does it mean? And they're like, don't worry about it. You're not. I don't ask you about hitting baseball.
It's got to be worse than 2. Anyway, Chris, what's going on in the humidor right now?
No, man, it's crazy. Obviously, we're getting ready for the holidays. Christmas is right around the corner. I know everybody gets so mad when they see Christmas decorations up before Halloween, but from a retail standpoint, everything's geared towards the holidays. We call it O&D, October, November, December. That's when all the good deals happen. I think today's Prime Day, right, on Amazon. So
yeah,
everybody's starting to get into that mode, and we're running deals on the e-commerce site, obviously in the stores as well. So running all kind of really cool stuff over the next 3 months. So just if you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. We got a YouTube channel now, Official Humidor. We just launched it last week, and it's got some really cool videos on there. So go check that out. We tried to take a less than pretentious take on people have questions. How do you cut a cigar? How do you light a cigar? How do you store a cigar? All the basic questions. We did some videos where we're not talking down to you. So it's kind of a fun take on some of the basic things.
Right? It's intimidating when you don't know what you're doing because you don't want to be like the dum-dum. But if people don't talk down to you, which you shouldn't, you know, you can get all those little kind of those simple things out of the way and move on to better cigars. I had an article. We don't have time for it today. Maybe we'll bring it up later. But I had an article about like LeBron James' top 5 cigars that he smoked when he won his championship this year. Apparently, he went through 5 real fast. I didn't know that guy just cranks through cigars like a madman. But he has 5, and I got to pull I think I printed it out. Maybe we'll do it next week.
Did Jordan start that iconic cigar celebration? I mean, obviously he probably. I mean, there's people before him, but what sticks in my mind is Jordan holding the cigar and the trophy. You know what I'm saying? And I wonder if people then were influenced after the iconic Jordan picture.
This article's funny too, because the guy that like the first comment underneath, it's like a cigar aficionado guy, like a guy that's really into it, and he goes, I don't care who wins the NBA Finals, but I definitely want to see which 5 cigars he smoked. Like he's like so into, like apparently he smoked one during the press conference. He smoked one when he was FaceTiming with his mom. He smoked one when he was in the locker room, like jumping up and down, like, and everybody's like snapping photos, making sure they write down what exact cigar it is.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yes, it is.
I'm sure cigar companies want to be the one cigar, one of those 5, right? It's huge business for them.
Yeah, it could. I mean, it could.
Yeah, I was on a call last night with the manufacturer of one of the cigar he was smoking that you've seen a picture of, which was Undercrown Shade from Drew Estate, and they were extremely happy, and they were kind of starting to track and see how much the product was selling out in different markets. I know, like the Miami market went through a bunch of the cigars. And I was just talking to the guys in Florida, and they said they had a couple markets that were already running low on those on that particular cigar he was smoking. So
it's funny.
It does have a huge effect.
Did they have any heads up that he was going to do that at all?
No, they had no idea. We didn't sell them the cigars because we provided alcohol and cigars to the bubble because they didn't want a bunch of deliveries coming in. So we were the only delivery service for the bubble during the entire NBA season this year. And because I texted our girl that handles all the orders, and she said, no, they didn't. The Lakers haven't done an order from us in a couple of weeks. They were so the ownership had to bring those cigars.
Okay, let's do it. So, fine. I found the article. I'll just read it from here. I got it.
All right.
So it was a Drew Estate Liga Privada number 9 Corona Viva.
Okay. Yep.
And then he had a Herrera Esteli Habano Toro.
Okay, good cigar.
And then an Undercrown Shade Grand Toro.
Yeah, that's the one you see him smoking in all the pictures for the most part. The one with the light-colored one with the golden color band.
And this one is new, the Liga Privada Year of the Rat.
Yep, great cigar. I got a few of those.
Yeah, so he cranked out these 4, and apparently everybody, like all the cigar guys, were just losing their minds because he had different ones in different photos. That's how you know. Yeah. It's like a girl with different bikinis for different days at the beach or something,
Well, Drew Estate will be happy. That's all. Those are all 4 items are made by Drew Estate. They're all Nicaraguan cigars, beautiful cigars. I have all of those in my humidor at the house.
Boom.
So,
and if if you're into that kind of thing, and just thehumidor.com. Jump on there.
Absolutely. We have them all.
Make your collection as big as LeBron's.
Use promo code Tom and Dan and get a percentage off.
Absolutely.
Chris, it was great talking to you today. We appreciate it.
All right, man.
And we'll see you next month.
All right, man. Y'all be safe.
You too. Right. Oh, he got you first. He got you.
I have a question. Let's take a break about LeBron James and these cigars and how. Okay, I'll get a question for you. Bye bye.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha Butler all here. You have a burning question on your mind, sir. Let's do it.
So, all right, LeBron James, he tells everybody, like, did he tell people I'm going to smoke these 5 cigars, or is that what he just did?
Every time we have Chris Gwaltney on, I try to educate myself a little bit more about cigars, and I'm like, I bet you LeBron, I bet they're talking about LeBron's cigar. So I type in LeBron James cigar, because I saw him smoking one.
Yeah.
And then sure enough, there was an article about it, and it outlined 4 cigars that he smoked that they saw in different pictures. Now, I'll have to read a little bit more. I don't know if he said prior to lighting them up if he did it.
Okay.
I don't know about that. Let me dig a little bit.
Well, that's fine. It doesn't matter to my question. So what if, I'm imagining LeBron James has a lot of people in his entourage and around him as far as like his business. Like he's a brand.
Yeah.
He is basically I would like to say small business, but he's big business, right? So
massive.
I'm guessing, what would you say are people in the LeBron James business? Obviously, he's got his agents, his managers, his brand, that may be run by a whole company or a big company. But there's probably like whoa, I mean, 6 to a dozen other like ancillary people, and then there's like lower rung probably like friends and relatives that work for him in some way. A lot of these guys, they like just will throw their cousin $50,000 a year to handle.
Like Travis Pastrana has his nephew goes and starts all the 4-wheelers on the property. Like that sort of thing.
Yeah, and then it's like, okay, I have come up, I got all this money, I'll pay you, but he actually does a legitimate thing. But let's say that thing is in what we would consider probably not that big of a job, but he throws his friends some bones or whatever. So one of those guys, if they looked at like, maybe they're around LeBron a lot enough where they know he's going to smoke these 4 cigars, right? Okay. Could that guy just go and call all these cigar companies and maybe like, hey, will you pay us to smoke this cigar, even though he knows...
a smart manager would get in front of it.
Is he known for smoking cigars all the time?
Yeah, he's a cigar guy.
He probably just has people giving him free ones
That's
all the time.
That's what I think.
But he knows but there's value. It's like it doesn't matter about free.
Yeah, he could be sponsored.
Plus, he's an unlimited money. He's almost, you could be worth $1 billion in the future. So it's like...
It's probably a combination of what Sam's saying and what you're saying. If his manager is like really astute and really good at what he does, like it would make sense if let's say I managed you and you're a big podcast guy and you love
whatever
Silverados. You're crazy about the Chevys, right?
Yeah.
It would be in my best interest if you're like, I'm in the market for a new Chevy. I want to get one lifted. I want to get one that's like a King Ranch. I don't know if that's F-150 or something, but you know what I mean. Like it's got the leather. I want a fancy one, and I'm like, all right, cool. Before you do anything, let me make a few calls, right? And then I go and I try to broker some deals, and if it works out, great. And if it doesn't, great. Either way, you're going to do it.
Of course, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
It would be smart to hit up the cigar place and go, look, this guy really likes your whatever estates. I forget the name of it now.
Drew Estates.
Yeah. Hey, Drew, we really like, LeBron really likes this particular stick. Yeah. So what do you think? Can we do something here?
Because LeBron doesn't care. He's got so much money, like whatever Drew Estates wanted to pay him, all it cares about is he smokes the cigar he wants, right? But his entourage and people around him, like you could make good money just by calling Drew Estates, be like, hey, LeBron's going to smoke your cigar after the championship. They know how much that's worth. I mean, they can quantify it. Like probably after he smoked in the championship, the sales went up like 25%.
But that's usually when you get it, right? It's usually after they see you do it.
But they know they're a big enough company to know how much it's worth. So I'm saying that one of these LeBron like goons that are around him could
LeBron goon.
You could easily make like Travis Pastrana. Travis, I would call Travis Pastrana. Travis is one of our goons, and
he is one of our goons,
and he could like see like in a very small way, see us, we like something, and then we're gonna use it anyway. He could try to get money for himself from that company, knowing that it's worth a value. I'm just saying, like all these things these celebrities do. And they publicize on their own social is a huge commercial for that product.
Like he has a cigar room. Yeah. Like people in the chat room are even saying that he takes it extremely seriously as a hobby.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is a quote. It says the cigar room inside LeBron James' mansion features state-of-the-art air purifying technology that keeps the room constantly smelling fresh. That's pretty cool.
Of course. LeBron James.
Pretty cool.
I'm just wondering now.
I have a balcony. Constantly stays fresh.
Now, I wonder if LeBron...
No, it stinks right now, actually. It's pretty stinky.
...doesn't want to do that because it's somehow cheesy.
I was going to say, is it a bad look because he's an athlete and he's smoking?
I don't think he cares about that.
Yeah. When you win a championship, like You
don't think he has people telling him that's a bad idea?
Oh, I'm sure he does, but I'm sure he's also like a grown-ass man.
But he has like kids looking up to him and stuff. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like why doesn't he have a sponsorship?
I think cigars almost go in a completely different category.
Yeah.
He might have one, but I'd bet it's not publicized.
I can't find it, so I don't
But he
think
could
he
still
does.
have one. We don't know all the deals that he's got.
Also, any doctor would probably tell you first, and then also the kids aren't into cigars. Like so, it's
they might be if LeBron James is.
Yeah, but also a doctor would tell you that like if you enjoy the occasional.
They'll start with Black and Mild
cigar. I wonder why kids aren't into cigars? That's what we need is more kids into cigars.
Because
make a Juul cigar.
Yeah, you don't inhale it.
It used to
better for you.
when Pinocchio, when you went to the island of the Lost Boys, cigars and beer.
Yeah,
it's an old timey thing.
Yeah,
I think old timey kids.
Old men love cigars.
You think they'll cut that part out in the remake?
Oh yeah, that won't be in there. Yeah.
I've said this joke before, but when I watched that as a kid, the only thing I took from that is that drinking beer and smoking cigars is awesome. Because I knew that
it works.
That turning into a donkey was fake and not real, and that's not going to happen to me. So I didn't equate with if you do these things, you're going to be turned into a donkey. I'm like, well, that's fake, but I know that look how much fun they're having drinking and smoking.
Because the donkey.
I'm gonna do that.
Follow me with this.
Huh?
I never thought being turned into any type of creature, whether it be donkey, frog, horse, unicorn.
Yeah.
All of it seemed okay to me because all of them were like, there's a specific term, I'm blanking on it now, but all of them were like humans. So to me, I was like, that's not that big of a deal. I'm a donkey now. All right. I mean, okay, that'd be cool for a little while.
When your face and your bone structure starts changing into a donkey, it does that.
Well, there's two ways.
American Werewolf in Paris. It starts breaking.
That's the brutal one where your bones grow over and your skin stretches. Yeah, that one hurts.
You hear your bones breaking.
They're cracking because they're elongating.
Yeah,
I've never understood how that works too, because you would think that the horse face would rip through my human skin. That would hurt, blood everywhere. Then I'd have to grow a horse skin.
Yeah, like moose antlers, and then it's all it hangs out.
I'm gonna look real bad for the first couple of months. Hold on, my horse hide's not grown in yet. I can't go out yet.
It's real bad.
Where do you guys want to go out for cigars and beer? I can't. I look horrible.
I
just can't do it.
It's just that there's so much, and obviously this is what celebrity endorsements and probably the whole everything's built on this idea of if a celebrity uses a product, it's obviously worth money to the company. And lots of times they use a product and they don't get paid for it because it's cheesy to them. I understand, if they endorse something you get paid for, it's beneath them almost.
Yeah.
But their entourage could probably do it on the back end with an easy thing hey, LeBron, I got like 50 grand from these cigar companies. You cool with that? He's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna
Well, if you keep everything that you receive as a gift, okay, follow me. I'm LeBron. So I come to do Tom and Dan podcast, and I'm here. And you guys, if we found out we had LeBron stopping by, we're not just going to go get him a rotisserie chicken from Publix and some greens.
Yeah, he's not Marlon Wayne.
Yeah, he's not Marlon Wayne.
Yeah.
We would literally go, we'd have everything stocked. This place would be professionally clean.
Pizza party.
Her Majesty Services would have once over this thing.
We'd find out all his favorite drinks.
We'd have all his favorite drinks. We'd call up Gwaltney.
Would we?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
And we'd call up
For that
Gwaltney, and we'd get, we'd have, we wouldn't do a good job.
Right.
But we'd try.
Yeah.
And the execution
It'd
would
be a trashy version of what he always gets. And
we got ice cold Diet Mountain Dew.
We would do,
and I got you some white ale.
We would try 100% and do 100% more than any other guest, and still fall short of, because he's used to.
Yeah.
So I mean, when Sony invites him in for a meeting, they fly him in a private
But they have
helicopter.
all the drinks he likes, all the cigars he likes.
Yeah,
now, follow me with this. So the entourage, when that's done and you leave the meeting, do you leave all the gifts from Sony on the table? You don't.
Oh, yeah.
You take them with you. So my point is,
the turtle of your group takes them all.
Yeah, the deal here is that these cigars were probably, who knows where he got. He could have gotten them at the Hyatt Regency in Dubai. I don't know.
They give them all for free.
Because he's got gifts just swirling. It's like a tornado of free stuff swirling around him, right?
Man, the rich people get all the good gifts.
Yeah.
Well, Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers used to complain. There's an old instructional bass video I have. And he complains in their bass about how he's ascended to a level of bass playing where every bass company wants to give him a crate filled with 12 free basses. But he's like, but I don't need that because I'm rich. And he says it on the video. He's like, I'm rich. He's like, you should give it to these kids that don't have instruments. You should give them. But it would be meaningless to them.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the company's not giving it to him because they're a fan of Flea. They're giving it to him because in hopes that they will
catch a glimpse of him playing it.
Flea will play it, and then it's greed.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they want these people to be seen using their products.
To endorse it secretly.
Yeah. So so it's advantageous for any company to send as much free stuff, hoping that maybe.
So send Tom and Dan free stuff.
Well, we're going to start sending out free stuff to people, too. But not you guys that are listening. You're not famous. Well, I'm serious. Wait, did I hurt their feelings? I think they know that, right?
Also, you got to be really famous for it to move the needle, I think. Although any sort of fame is better than, for the cost of what, a base costs the actual company, like even their top quality. Like, who's the best base? Ibanez?
No. I mean, there's probably some handmade bases out there that are pretty amazing. At the most, I would say, at the very most, for just a functioning base, like 10 grand, 15 grand.
But their cost, like I'm saying.
No.
Their cost is, so it's like.
You're paying for the craftsmanship.
It costs a couple thousand, their cost, and then maybe if Fleep plays it, it's worth $100,000 in advertising. So it's like pretty good. Return on your money it's a good gamble.
Yeah, and I've never had one of those really like super nice handmade or made spec to you like instruments. Like I've always had to buy like like off the rack kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm just like a regular dude.
So
most musicians are like that, but a lot of these guys, they get stuff that's almost you can't even put a price on it.
Who's got the most endorsement power? And so follow me with this. Someone who doesn't do it that much, for instance, probably why it was a big deal for Belichick to do that
Subway deal,
because it's just something he's not used to doing.
Did it for charity too.
Someone that does do it a lot, I imagine, like us, or like you when you make your living doing endorsements and stuff, like then your power is not as much as it could be. If we only endorse one product ever, then our endorsement power would be way higher, right? But who is the celebrity or sports star out there that's got like the biggest, if he was wearing some particular brand or using something that it would move the needle the most for the company?
I feel like LeBron's up there.
He's one of the guys. Yeah.
Because
Brady, maybe?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of name
not
power.
As visual though. Like Brady, yes, but he's not as
he doesn't have any dirty like past or history. He's like a squeaky clean pro. Like you're right, LeBron. Like
I don't look at Brady as much. Brady like is kind of a football nerd.
Yeah.
And I don't see him as moving the needle as much as like if you saw like Patrick Mahomes wearing one particular sweatshirt.
Right.
Patrick Mahomes
like very
is cool.
trendy.
Bam!
Yeah.
Like Brady, I'm
LeBron
not saying
is cool.
look, Brady's the GOAT. And that's who he is, and he's the best, but he's also nerd dad now.
Yes, yeah. He's not considered cool.
But Patrick Mahomes is cool as hell. Like that guy is what's his name? Baltimore.
Oh, Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
If any those guys,
they're cool.
If Patrick Mahomes endorsed something, like people will go crazy. Like his own Twitter.
He's also like a good looking. Like I look at that guy in ads. You can't. His smile is infectious.
Yeah.
He's an attractive football player. And when you look at him, he looks like he's having fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's real.
Like it
looks like he's having a good time out there.
That's why it's just so like the value of Patrick Mahomes like endorsing an iPhone to be like, I only use iPhone. It'd be just insane for the
It'd be a killer.
$50 million. I don't even know. Like it's some.
What does it do instantly? Like let's say
that's
picture.
Interesting. Like people are like, I'm buying an iPhone.
Yeah,
really?
I want to know this stat and tell me if you would love to see this. I bet. Okay, so we have a real world because you can do everything real time now on the internet.
Yeah.
So you have a real time. We have a sales ticker for Apple, not stock, but just iPhones being sold.
Sales, yeah.
And then Patrick Mahomes is like, he goes on and he's like on every whatever the internet. He's like,
or just his social media.
That's even better. And he's like, this is my iPhone. I love my iPhone. I will only be iPhone. I will never be Android. It's my favorite device. I love it, and you will too.
Yeah. That's it. What does it do?
I don't know.
Because
I think it's got to do something.
There's just like an immediate effect and also like a cultural, societal, worldwide. I mean, I don't know.
Oh my God. Dan Paul in our Twitch chat room, twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live. He says, Roger Federer was the highest paid for endorsements in 2019 with $86 million with an estimated value per post of $134,544 per post.
That's insane.
Dan, thank you for the information. That's kind of where we wanted to go with this. That is scary amounts of money.
$134,000.
And I don't even know who that guy is.
Oh, Roger Federer, the tennis player.
Yeah. It just
okay.
Secretly a mega
You're right.
badass.
Why is he making the most? I know who LeBron James is. I don't know who this guy is. I know who Patrick Mahomes is. I don't know who this guy
Couldn't
is.
tell you.
I think it's
I
because
put him in the nerd dad category too. He's more of a Brady and less of a Mahomes
it's
for
the
sure.
tennis demographic.
Yeah, Wilson. He's sponsored by Wilson.
Yeah, but Roger
and
Federer-
Mercedes-Benz
God.
and Gillette.
But you got to understand, like for those luxury brands,
And Nike.
they've got the most money. And Roger Federer, and then the guess who follows tennis? Rich white people and Europeans. And
Man, he's got a lot. Rolex, Uniqlo.
Oh,
yeah, Rolex got some
he's
money.
got Uniqlo.
Yeah.
I love Uniqlo, man.
Yeah,
Their stuff's cheap.
Yeah.
But they're globally, they're massive. And
Yeah. If you get into some sort of sport or your demographic is rich, oh, you're rich. Bye-bye. Welcome back to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan, Samantha, and Butler are here. Someone in our Twitch chat room. You can watch the show every single day. Twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live, and all replays on YouTube. Just search Tom and Dan Live. Sourdough in our Twitch chat room said, "What is the best pumpkin patch in town?" And I'm gonna be honest with the three of you. I don't like pumpkin patches.
Oh,
I've
come
never
on.
been to a pumpkin patch.
Yeah, well, it's because you are one.
There's a good one.
What does that mean?
There's two.
Fat?
No, it doesn't mean that.
There are two
Found the
pumpkin
right spot.
patches that we've gone to that are good, that have like things.
I'm anti-pumpkin patch. Don't ever go to one, Sam.
That one last year we went to that had like a band playing and a carnival.
Oh, yeah,
where
the
was
dad
that?
band.
That was
the Blueberry Farm.
the Blueberry Farm
Like it's like
out there.
Hidden Valley Hills or something. They're all named
Hidden Valley.
Yeah, they're all
That's
named
ranch.
like Raspberry Rainbow
Yeah.
Farms.
Well, it's big money now if you can, have some pumpkins for people to buy, set up a little carnival, and do some like,
Why don't you and I do a Tom and Dan pumpkin
And
patch?
then you charge some admission.
Let's get in the pumpkin patch game.
Also, where's the they sell Christmas trees normally, but they do a pumpkin thing too. We've been to that
Oh,
as well.
Santa's Christmas Tree Forest.
Santa's Christmas Tree Forest is another one. And then you got your church ones and independent. The independent
but they just
ones.
buy. I think you buy your pumpkins because Florida's not known for its pumpkins, right?
No, I don't think so.
We're not a pumpkin state.
You could grow pumpkins here, but no.
But
they ship them all in.
I mean,
yes.
you could grow almost anything anywhere.
There's not a farm,
because of science. But I'm just saying
the
that.
mass big pumpkin is up north. Yeah, I'm at that.
Now, I think you and I next year. It's never too soon to start. I think you and I get in the pumpkin patch game. I think we could do one of these.
I'm not joking. I almost convinced my buddy the Wizard to start a Gainesville pumpkin patch.
Let's do it.
As a business, and because the Wizard bought 5 acres in Gainesville.
He's crunchy, he's real granola-ish.
Yeah. It's also Asperger's crazy.
Yes. So if we just tell him, you got to learn how to grow
D-head.
the biggest and best pumpkins ever, he'll get in there and do the science.
Yeah. He's an environmental scientist. He knows about. I text him plant questions.
I'll
all the time.
dress up like either a pumpkin or a tiny ringmaster to get people in.
Well, my idea was, I was like,
you need parking.
Butler will be a scarecrow.
You could grow pumpkins, and then my idea was to like attract the college audience because he only lived a mile from the campus, but he lived
What are you
in the
gonna do?
sticks. So he was going to
What
get
makes you think college kids are going to pumpkin patches?
bladder bust.
because we're offering
Drink all you want for $1
Yes.
first person to pee.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
Well, no, we're
You
going to
gotta
offer
involve drinking.
free keg beer while you're
Gotcha.
there looking around for pumpkins.
Yeah, topless pumpkin patch.
Then every hour,
I like this. Like we run it like Baywatch.
Yeah.
It's bikini pumpkin patch.
Oh man, Baywatch was
Slap!
yeah. Oh,
I must have dude.
there was Hummers.
I blew my voice out. It was
Okay.
It was 100 cars deep.
Let's talk about this. Screw the stupid pumpkin patch.
We're shifting to bikini car wash here in
Okay.
town.
So I drove by, and then I was like, "Oh my God, it's pumping at Baywatch!"
Oh my God!
And there was like 10 cars in there, and like a lot of bikini girls, and there was
Wash again.
You know why? I think most of the adult dance clubs are still shut down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're getting
mean,
part-time jobs at Baywatch?
Wait a minute. This is not a nudity thing. This is upstanding bikini car wash.
So, okay.
Bunchy butts only.
Let's have an honest conversation here.
I feel like we're having a family meeting. Butler, get in here.
Let's have an honest
He's gone.
conversation.
He's on an errand.
Yeah, I send him
He's
out there.
always on an errand.
Always on
I
an errand.
send him out to put the signs. I'm like, put the signs everywhere.
That's
Anyway.
what you did to Remy. There were no signs. It was like a snipe hunt. It's a modern-day snipe hunt.
So, all right, let's have an honest conversation without
right,
it
we're all
turning
friends
into-
here.
Yeah. Okay, so
Let's not go vulgar, Sam.
What?
there seems to be a particular type of clientele
Little
that
pumpkins,
likes
medium pumpkins, big pumpkins.
to get their car washed at Baywatch, right? So
A lot of handicaps.
I know. Well,
A lot of handicaps, dude.
I drive by Baywatch all the time because it's on my way to work. If I don't take Lakemont, I take 436, and I see Baywatch, I always look.
I always take it because of Baywatch.
Yeah. And then on my way
It's a
home,
destination.
in the morning, they're never really open. On the way home,
I like to see
them.
them setting up. Sometimes you'll see a girl, she's wearing a sweatshirt, bunchy butt.
I don't like that. Yeah.
She'll bend over, she's setting up the sign that says cars this way.
I don't like to see them miserable setting up and regretting their
Well,
life
you never
decisions.
like to. You also
I like
never.
the party.
You also never like to see the Winghouse girls in their plain clothes because they were too hot for you, and you said in their plain clothes it made you too horny.
So,
That's weird.
Yeah, he doesn't like them in their outfits. He only likes them in their sweats.
so I can imagine that a lot of my buddies I grew up in Miami with would like Baywatch because
Who wouldn't like
they are like super machismo Cuban men that have like always wear slacks and a business shirt,
Yeah.
but they're never
Phone
doing
on the
business.
outside of their belt,
But
yeah.
it's phone on the outside, and
They always have way too much cologne on, too.
yeah, way too much
Like,
cologne.
why do you have on so much cologne?
They're wheeling and dealing.
They smell like scams.
They drive like a 2012
Denali, right?
no like Mercedes
I was
or
gonna say Audi.
Audi,
yeah, but it's never brand new because
No,
it's
no,
like
no.
and they can barely afford the payment.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well,
so,
they're upside down in
yeah,
it.
yeah, they're upside down crazy, and they're like the manager of an audio store. Anyways, so I'm just saying that is the clientele that I see often at Baywatch, but I'm jealous of
I
them.
own In-Tune Concepts, stereo, and car audio.
And they're super horny. They're on testosterone.
They're also very loud.
They got on testosterone when they're like 32.
Too early,
Or too,
yeah.
too early.
Which actually made them grow a small vagina.
Anyway, so and every time I drive by Baywatch, they're outside. They're like
Standing
on their
next to
phone.
the white resin chairs.
Yeah, they're standing next to them, just watching the ladies clean their 2012 BMW.
It did. I just want to ask a question because I'm not familiar. It did come up in the chat. Are you allowed to sit inside the
No.
car as they wash? You're not allowed.
No.
No, yeah, you have to
Okay.
sit in the resin
You
chair.
have to sit in the white resin
Which
chair
actually
of shame.
it gives you a better view.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
So if you
Yeah.
sit inside, do you,
You can't
pay? You can't pay less.
Well,
See less.
No,
Too many suds.
No,
No, that's not the point.
Yeah.
What's the point of
I mean,
going? The point of going is to
yes.
see everything.
I mean,
Yeah, but maybe you're too embarrassed to get out of the car.
then you-
well, that's me.
All right, that's Tom.
Okay, hey, hold on. See,
Tom is driven
I got
by
an
there. He's
idea.
never
All right,
done
he's
it.
got an
Okay,
idea.
yeah, because so all right. So anyway, the clientele is all the same, whatever.
It's all the same.
And then I'm like, man, I want to get my truck washed there, but I don't.
It can be intimidating. It's like they're talking down to you, like Gwaltney was talking about with
Well,
learning how to properly use a cigar.
I don't want anybody to see me do it because I'm embarrassed that I want.
Well, you
this,
need a
right?
Borat style disguise.
Yeah,
you need a full.
because there's no way around it. It's cheesy.
Why don't you
to
wear
do
my
it,
mask?
right?
And then I got in there with the hair and the mustache.
and respectable people will think less of you. I'm just saying.
Tuna Daddy in the chat is verifying that you can pay more to sit in the car. He's seen it happen at UCF, and they will press them on the glass for you.
Okay,
Wait,
well,
there's one by UCF?
no, he's talking about some sort of charity, like a car wash.
What?
That
No.
the cheerleaders or the dancers do, or the.
I don't know that they're letting high school girls press them up against the
No,
glass.
I'm college.
No, nobody's
UCF.
Oh,
doing
college.
that. High school girls, who wants that?
They used
They
to
do college
they
car washes?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know
There's no
anything about
Baywatch.
anybody under the age of 37.
Hold on, is there a Baywatch near UCF?
No.
Oh, I thought there was only one original Baywatch.
Tuna
No.
Daddy
If-
says there is
If
a
there's
Baywatch
a second
near
Baywatch, then we
ECF.
got to go on a
in the
trip.
Publix Plaza. He
Bro,
says.
I didn't know that.
I get a
He
pub sub and
expanded-
sit out there and I'm eating like a big fat turd.
I didn't know that gentleman had the ability to start franchising it out. Or
Well,
is
There's
it-
one on Cimarron. There's one on
Whoa, hold on a
Goldenrod.
second. I've been wanting to own my own Baywatch franchise for years because I heard if you own the car wash, you own the girls that work at it.
So anyway,
Nexium.
I often want to get my car washed, but I don't want to be shamed in the resin chair because what if Samantha drives by?
Oh, I
and
drive
sees
by. I
me?
look and
Why
see
do you
if you're
care
over
if
there.
I see you?
What if-
You're talking to me
So-
about it now.
I
that
would
you
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to.
no. She would definitely be
yeah,
like.
yeah.
She would text me. She's like, I saw Tom sitting in the resin chair.
Yeah, yeah.
You're right. He is a pervert. And I was like, I told you, dude. We got to get him out of the.
Like, what
we
if
gotta
anybody?
take his company stock? Get him out.
Someone else. I just don't want the embarrassment of that, but I want to do it, so I don't know how to get beyond that. I don't
You got
know
to wear
what
the
to do.
mask I have in there. Full vinyl mask.
I don't think.
Oh yeah,
Go
no
on.
face mask,
Yeah.
sunglasses, hat. You're
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, mask, Joe Biden oversized aviators, right? Slick your hair back.
Don't wear your Tom and Dan polo though.
No.
Okay, yeah. Well, it's just so all I can do is I drive by and I see the
One
people
day,
having,
one day.
and everybody looks like they're having a good time, and I gladly pay for it. I just don't want
Put
the
your hand on
embarrassment.
the glass.
And then I thought about trying to figure out some sort of business idea of a webcam, but then I'm like, this is too
Wait a
far.
minute, you're gonna.
What?
So
Because
your
if I'm
business
watching
idea
a
is.
webcam, I'll just go watch porno.
Yeah.
So I
So your
Go to
solution.
OnlyFans and just
Yeah,
request a girl to wash
I
a
know.
car for you.
So
So your
now I can't go.
solution to being too
can
nervous to
go.
get your car washed by
I can't.
women in their bikinis is to set up a webcam so you can watch them?
Well, the reason why I'm nervous is because I don't want anybody seeing me there, and I don't want anybody
what?
knowing
What do you
that I
think's
want
gonna
that.
happen?
What do you think they're gonna say? Like,
Well,
look at you.
Yeah, cheesy.
Yeah.
Like if I saw you, come on. If I saw anybody that I know actually there for real, and it wasn't part of a radio bit, or I'd be like, whoa, oh my god, I would
No,
laugh.
you should
But you're
not
judging
say
them
a
for
word.
something you want to
Yeah,
do.
you should not say a word.
I don't do it. I say I want to, but what stops
Well, I want
me
to do it too, so why
is
don't we
the
both just
embarrassment.
agree to go and not say a word about it?
Yeah, no, because other people will see us.
No, they won't see us.
Yeah,
You
they
think
will.
that, but
Hey,
they
there's
won't.
a Samantha that works at Baywatch Alafaya.
They'll
All right.
see us. Someone
Go
there.
get some Sam on Sam action.
I can't do it legitimate. The only maybe
What if
I'm
Sam takes you?
Yeah, I'll
No,
go with
if
you.
it's part of a show bit, we've
You
already
just,
done this. We've done this as part
Multiple
of the
times. We've done it like 100 times.
Yeah, we
We did it at Slingshot. We did it with Kramer. We did it with Ross. We've done it
Because
with
you guys
we-
just
yeah,
want to
because
go.
We've
Yes!
done it with Leah.
Yeah,
We've done
yeah,
it
I
with,
gotcha.
with Fat Dave.
This whole show is just me living my selfish dreams.
Wait a minute. I
We know.
said we had an intern called Fat Dave, and that's not true.
Oh, really? I thought we had Fat Dave.
What happened?
I
to him?
liked Fat Dave.
Well, he died
He's
because
dead.
he never existed.
I knew he was gonna die. I knew
So
it.
let's go to. Do they have a phone?
Baywatch. Yeah, I called them. Remember, I talked to the
You-
owner, was setting up all the bits. They were happy about it.
No, like right now, if I call her,
We
they're
give
like,
them the most free advertising.
Baywatch 434. This is Samantha speaking.
Yeah. They do that, and then
Or is it like, thank you for calling Baywatch. This is Harley. If you would like to speak to one of the girls washing a car in a bunchy about, press 1. If you would like to talk to me about franchise opportunities, press 2.
we need to talk to a girl that works at Baywatch.
We have.
or an ex-girl that works at Baywatch to
So
find
you
out
want
the real.
you want a woman that worked at
Nexium.
Baywatch, but then transferred and
Yeah,
no
because-
longer is a woman, is now a man.
Because we tried to interview the real girls that work there, but they didn't want to say anything like that could jeopardize
Well,
their
Ask the
job.
owner if
'Cause
there's
Harvey
a girl that
was-
would like to talk
Well,
to
no,
us.
he don't
He
want.
was standing in the shadows with a piece of PVC pipe.
How much money could they be making, right?
It can't be a lucrative.
Well, maybe they get a lot of tips from the
It's got to be
creepos.
tips.
Yeah, but like, do they do it a good? Well, the lady that we talked to when we've been there, I know we're obsessed with this business concept, but the reason we're obsessed with it is because she swore up and down that you get your car washed better here than anywhere, and I'm like,
Yeah,
well,
I
how
think-
can that be? You're in a bikini.
No, they do a good job. They take it seriously, but it's not even about that. I mean,
I almost don't
okay,
want him to
so-
take it seriously. I almost want a worse car job, but I just want him to, just dance, just twirl around the
No,
car.
that's what they do. They wash and you watch them in the
I don't
resin
want,
chair.
I don't want that.
But that's what you're paying for. Like
What
you're
if
not
I
paying
put
for
you
the
in
wash.
a refrigerator box with an ice holes cut out?
It makes it more creepy. I thought about that. I thought about the shame box that you can get your
Okay,
car
I got
washed,
it.
and
I
then you
got it.
hide in the shame box.
What
but
if
then
you
I was
lay-
like, I have to walk to the shame box. It's like going to get the Asian massage. Like even if you park in the back, someone can see you walking in the back.
What if you lay in the
There's no way to sneak
floorboard
in.
of the back seat of my car?
Well, I can't
And
see
I
them.
drive in. Yeah, you can. You'll see them around you.
No, yeah.
And I'll put
Wow,
a
they
piece
have
of cloth over you that only you can see through, but they can't see you.
They have a good vantage point. It's
They have
all-
a 48-hour rain policy, so if it rains, you can come back and get another free quick wash. That's a good deal.
Oh, in Florida, then
you know
are
what?
they-
I
why are
might go
they-
get the Griff truck washed. I got to get it started first.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just I just can't figure out a good way to use their services.
No, do you think you're gonna feel like really embarrassed once you have figured it out and you've gone through with your plan?
Nah, I've realized there's no way to do it and have any integrity.
Didn't they used to have a nude car wash that you would pull in?
That was a
And then
radio bit, right?
No.
Oh, I was like,
I'm not talking about that one. I think that there was an actual nude car wash here in
Orlando?
the early 90s.
They got some sort of
Or it may have been topless. I
loophole.
want to say St. Augustine.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And you could pull in, and then they shut the barn doors, and then what happens in there? I don't know.
Yeah,
Could be
yeah.
anything in there.
Yeah. There's a topless car wash.
there's a naked car wash in Tampa.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah, that makes sense. Like the strip clubs
Let's
often
go.
do this
Now
because
that is a go-to show, my friends.
they can get the same licensing on their property as long as
Oh yeah,
everything's
1991 there was one in Orlando. Car wash lets tops down. It was a topless one, not nude.
Yeah, it was like a thing. It was it was fun.
Yeah, I'm just saying. There's the
Remember when we used to wash cars with our boobs out?
everybody wants to go, but the certain clientele that's not embarrassed to be seen.
I think my dad drove his motorcycle up there before he passed away years ago because it's been there a while, or there have been incarnations of this. And I think he did the same thing you did. I think he was like, I just drove by, saw some bunches, and drove home.
yeah.
That's all he needed. You know, he
Uh-huh.
didn't take much. He had Arizona jeans and
Because I want
Harley boots.
I wanted to talk to one of the guys that goes to Baywash, and then while he's sitting in the resin chair watching.
What are you thinking about?
Yeah, but like, well, you know that the public, like, and everybody, like, seeing you there, it's like they assume that you're just a pervert and that you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well.
you're.
I want to know what the girls think.
all guys
Do
are
the
perverts.
Do
Right,
the girls
so
think? Like,
what's
if we
wrong?
ask the girls from Baywash, like, if we're like, what do you think of the? That's what I want to know. When you see these men in the
But they
resin
got to be
chairs-
honest. So it
Yeah.
has to be like a former worker because if they still work there, they're not going to say anything bad about it.
Yeah, but they've already accepted that they know the deal. They're like, all right, I accept the deal. I have a good body. I wear in bikini. These creepos watch me wash
Yeah, but
their
they
car
won't. That's
and
what I'm
I
saying.
make
They
money.
won't say creepos, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Maybe they're like, well, I understand men, they more horny, so they want this thing. I don't know what they. Yeah, but you're right. It's
No.
but they all.
We love our clients.
Everybody knows.
It's a great job.
Yeah,
Everyone's super cool and
That's
nice.
kind of what I was
Well,
getting.
there's a certain demographic that also is willing to do that, and it kind of all, this is a stereotype. So, there it is.
Let's go to Baywash.
Let's do it. Horny now.
Bye. Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan, and you know what time it is.
Party! Pizza party!
What?
Party! Pizza party!
Come on, everybody.
Hey, look here, there's a brand new game, Pizza Party. That's the name. You make a pizza, as you can see, with onions, mushrooms, or pepperoni.
Party.
You lose if you have to switch, so you better be sharp. You better be slick.
Party.
Pizza party! Party! Pizza party!
Because it's Friday.
Okay. All right.
This guy really
Hates
hates
fun.
fun.
We're not having a pizza party though.
Wow.
So you just want to sing
Thanks
it?
for crushing my
I was
dreams.
using the song
Uh-huh.
to inject the same amount of energy and fun as an actual pizza party, just a little bit of fun into our fun Friday.
Has anybody ever had that much fun at a pizza party?
When I was a young kid, that's when we had them. That was the greatest time. You didn't
Yeah.
give a crap about anything.
I mean, as soon as they said it, they'd be like,
yeah.
you'd be like, oh man, they'd be like, but we're having a
The
pizza
pizza
party.
party!
That's what I would
Well,
do.
if it was a pizza from grade school, then it would be amazing. 'Cause that pizza
Oh,
was
yeah.
I feel like
I got a line on that if you want some.
Are you serious?
I can get it.
Is
yeah.
it really the same?
It's the
stuff?
real with the tater tots
It's
underneath.
not good. It's your nostalgia. You makes you
Yeah,
think
it makes
it's
you
good.
think it's
it's
good.
garbage.
So what
Plus,
did you?
how clean you
I mean, but
eat,
I like
that's gonna mess you
Tostinos.
up.
I like Totino's pizza.
Totino,
though,
it's
so-
Totino's.
Yeah, I know. Totino's.
Do you eat them?
Oh, I buy the 3.
Oh,
$3 ones,
dude.
How do you feel about
I
the
put 3 whole ones in there.
Oh, you eat?
Oh my
three?
god!
I fold it and I eat
How do you-
3.
That's diarrhea city, dude. Like that's enough.
No, it's more sodium city. I go from like I immediately.
Sodium.
I
Can you do it before and
immediately-
after you eat 3 Totino's
I
pizzas?
get red, bloaty, patchy, red as a fire engine.
That's not good for you.
no, it's not good at all.
God,
I blend in with his couch perfectly.
With
Yes.
the
Oh,
steroids,
fine,
the
Processed
sodium.
garbage.
So it looks like the sauce that's on it. I turn to that color.
And somebody as healthy as you, like
Yeah,
you
I
eat
think
so
it's
healthy.
worse than a
Oh,
big
it is.
fatso.
It is worse. That's
Yeah.
what's giving me.
Yeah.
That's why I stopped doing it. I haven't done it in a while.
You're
But
exactly
A
right.
big fatso's used to the sodium.
I don't
Yeah.
know about the way you're saying it, but you're
My-
exactly right.
my body fights it like it's an antibody. Like antibodies
it's
fight
COVID.
it. Like
It's
it's,
a,
like it's
uh,
like
ventilator.
You're eating COVID every Friday. All right,
So,
what did you have on the docket today, Mister? I
Okay,
hate fun on Fridays.
2 things. And first thing I want to complain about
Oh,
is,
all right.
complaining. It's Friday.
It's complaining Friday.
is Seth sends me a text.
Welcome back to Tom Van's Take a Number.
And you know what? I'm figuring it out. I think it's because everybody knows I won't show up, so it's a free nicety to send me an invite to their birthday party because they know.
Was yours personal? Mine was personalized.
That, oh yeah, mine was.
Was yours a group message or was yours have?
No, it had details.
Yeah, that only you would know in it,
yeah,
right?
yeah, I'll
That's
send-
what a good friend does.
Yeah, see, I
you would
do-
never do that to me. You
I
would
mean,
throw me in the same garbage group message with all of your enemies.
I copy and paste 80% of it, then I detail about
matter.
20% of
Doesn't
it.
matter.
But I
Still took
detail
the
it for you
effort.
guys.
Still
Hey,
took
it's the
the
20%
effort.
that
Yeah.
matters, Seth,
Okay.
and I appreciate it. This guy doesn't appreciate it. He couldn't even find your text.
You know, like I said, we pay attention to detail.
He doesn't even have your number saved in his phone. He just has to look at all the numbers it doesn't have names by. And he scroll. Oh, he says karate in this one.
It just says Kimbo Knockout Man.
That's all right. Mine, I already told you. Mine says drunkie still. So
Oh, take
Well, that plays into this text message. So immediately I get mad because there's a photoshopped poster of the party, which I don't
no.
like.
That's
already.
a Cadillac Pat move.
Yeah, it's Halloween 2020
Why
at
did you didn't-
Casa de Silverback.
you didn't. I
that's
like
my name.
that.
Casa de Silva.
And it's a. I'll show the.
Oh, I might have deleted it.
Oh.
Send me
wow.
my invite again.
I'm showing Twitch here the and it's a Photoshop of it was this Mortal Kombat. What is this?
No, it's
Street Fighter?
Okay, no, it's Avatar: The Last Airbender,
Yeah.
and there's a story that goes with that because we're too old to know what that is. But the girl that I'm dating, I know that was her childhood thing. that she
Oh,
watched.
okay. So it's
So I
some
agreed
kids
to go.
cartoon.
It's a kids cartoon.
The last air blammer.
This is weird.
the PJ Masks outlet.
Oh, no.
My girlfriend likes it.
Dress as Paw Patrol.
So it's photoshopped. You are the head guy, I guess, and there's other people I don't recognize that I assume that are your friends and maybe your girlfriend mixed in there. I can never tell when.
I don't want to send you yours again. I just realized something.
What?
Nothing. Just keep going.
Why can't you send it to me again?
That's what I said in there. I didn't realize. Jesus
Why?
Christ.
It was funny. I
Wait,
thought it was
I
funny.
think you were drunk when you wrote this.
Uh-oh.
Well, he's high or something.
But I was?
Well,
You could read my read
he's
it.
bullying
What did
me.
you say?
I'll send it to you right now.
Yeah, I'll read
So,
it. It's funny.
the message is this: Dear Drunkie and my future wife, you are cordially invited to Halloween
I forgot I
2020
said that.
at Casa de Silverback. I'm limiting invites this year, so please don't invite anyone. It's my party. I want who I want. Kidding, but seriously.
Wow, you're a rambling
I know,
inviter.
I know how you
He
feel.
was feeling good.
He had to say kidding. He was like, but then he's like, I'm
Not
serious.
kidding, bro.
I know you're not kidding.
Kidding, not kidding.
Yeah. I'm
Oh,
trying
man,
to keep the
that's
numbers
funny.
low this year, which I
Yeah.
know is a lie.
No, I really.
There will be snacks, a bartender,
What kind of snack?
tips appreciated, which tells me you hired a bartender and
Yes, I
promised
always
them a
hire
lot
Wait,
of tips.
is it a
so
little
it's cheaper.
person bartender?
No, it's the same girl I always use. She's
I
the best
only
bartender.
come to parties that have midget bartenders.
Me and Daniel?
It's a rule.
Yeah. We come from 90s radio. We die in 90s
I need
radio.
somebody on my level to talk to.
Yeah. So then it says, There will be snacks, bartender tips appreciated.
Snacks? What kind of snacks?
No,
Oh, I
nice.
usually have really good food there. I usually get it catered.
Well, food is different
I
than
usually get it
snacks.
catered by Gringos Locos.
Oh, well, that's not
But
snacks.
I'm not going to do that this time.
Oh.
it'll be Pop Tarts,
Chex
Hershey's,
Mix.
Kisses. and
Yeah,
it'll be that type of party. My New Year's
Pop-Tarts
party.
and
My New
Hershey's
Year's party, I do big with the catering.
It says
Hershey's Kisses.
Pop-Tarts?
Oh, my God.
I
What,
do
you just
tons of
find
Pop-
some stuff
I
in
do.
it?
I just go down the candy aisle at Publix and I do this.
Everything in, all the garbage.
it says headless horse transman.
What?
That may have been a typo.
No, it wasn't.
Wait, you have a trans? That's progressive.
A headless horse transman. Yes.
That's
It
awesome.
says spirit and dress up, or I'll beat you up. Your mom.
He's drunk. He's out of control.
I
gonna beat your mom's face in.
said so. Please be in the Halloween spirit and dress up, or I'll beat up your mom.
Party starts at 8 and goes till the cocks cry. I don't know if we have to cut that out, but it means rooster.
No, it means roosters cry.
It says you should have my address. RSVP this bitch.
This is the one I laughed at. It was super funny. This is what he said.
I'll
to
come
me.
pick you up blindfolded. So much are crazy.
For me, it says so. Mine, and you guys know the month that I've had. And Seth goes, he says, please. Oh wait, hold on. It says, you're cordially invited. It says, I'm trying to keep the numbers low. And so then he gets to the part where it's me, like he's making it specific for me. And he's like, so many costumes, so please be in the Halloween spirit and dress up, or I'll beat up your dead mom.
Oh, you added it. Okay. Oh, okay.
That is brutal.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I laughed at it. I knew you were joking around.
So, we're doing real bad. So
I'm glad you guys had me.
now,
I thought it was
Seth,
funny.
what makes you think that? Now, by the way, this is Halloween night. By the way, it's
No,
not
it's
now.
yeah.
Saturday.
The next day or
They
whatever.
have
knows?
children.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, but
Okay,
I'm not taking
what-
my kid trick or treating. And there's a GD virus
Well,
out
what are you
there.
gonna do with
Yeah,
her?
yeah,
Take
but
her
I
to
don't know.
Seth's?
She's safer at
Exactly.
home, and I'll go to Seth's.
Yeah, I can't. What am I going to do?
I'll leave
my-
her at home with my wife, and I'll
Hey.
go to Seth's and look at all the skimpy costumes on all of his girlfriend's friends.
Well, you know you're never going to be allowed to do that. Like, there's
I would
no
totally
way.
be allowed to do that.
Yeah, well, you would be. Yeah, sure. It'd be you.
I'll be like, oh, I'm all stressed out. It's been a rough month. I need to go look at some lingerie costumes.
So
And then,
so maybe you can get Daniel, but what makes you think that I'll be able to leave
Well,
my family
His
and
best
kids?
friend.
My sister has 5 kids. They're all gonna be doing other things on Halloween other than trick or treating, and
Were
she
they
said she's
older?
gonna try to make it. No, a couple of them are younger. They're like 10, 11.
Okay, well, that's old enough where I feel
Yeah,
like they
they
at
can
least
stay
hang out with their
home.
friends and, like, you know, the parents start doing their.
Because once in your life, I figured you'd get some balls and be like, you know what, I'm gonna go
Oh,
have
there
some
it is.
fun,
Yeah.
and go do something
why
with
don't we
my
get
buddies.
a group? Well, let's get a group babysitter because our
Yeah.
kids have
Yeah.
been around each other recently. Let's get a group babysitter, drop them off, and then let's all go to the
Have
party.
Butler watch your kids.
Oh yeah, we can have Butler watch it. Well, that's like having a kid watch your kids.
Right.
Also,
That would scare me actually. No
What-
offense, Butler, but
what about this party?
it'd be really fun.
Does anybody think is going to be fun?
What?
Wow.
Well, you can leave a not. I mean, you walk in. You
Are you
look
gonna
around.
have games?
No, we have
Bobbing
a whole,
for apples
We have a whole.
and-
Oh, we got like flip cup and thumper table.
got
and-
cornhole?
and-
It's
and
more.
cornhole.
It's more frat boy.
Yeah, it's frat boy.
So,
Yeah.
so I go to this frat boy
Spend the
party.
But we got a
bottle in
we
the-
got a DJ spinning like the
Oh
Halloween
my God, who'd you
tunes.
get?
I
DJ
show up.
Icy.
My neighbors are both DJs.
It's
They're gonna-
packed.
Sandy.
COVID crazy.
It's all, oh no! And let me preface. This is
all
all
young
outside.
people. They're
This
not
is
afraid
all,
to get COVID. I'm the oldest old man there.
Welcome to COVID Fire Fest. Who wants to get coughed on?
Everybody's in shape. I'm the fattest one there. So,
This is all
Tom's
outside.
gonna do a belly flop. Oh yeah.
but honestly, so
Oh, we get skinny dipping you.
Oh, that's what I need. I
So-
gotta see some bush.
So I'm saying, honestly, I forgot how to even have fun.
To have
at
have a
parties.
party?
We know.
Well,
we
what-
know because every
what's
time we bring up
fun?
something fun, you
Oh.
crap all over.
So I go there. I go to the bartender. I get my drink. I start getting drunk because I want to get drunk.
of course,
right?
yeah.
So I start getting drunk, and then what am
What
I
do
doing?
you walk
Do I
around,
small
you
You
show
talk?
dance.
Yeah.
You dance. You play
Dance.
some flip
Show me how you
cup.
dance.
I don't dance.
I have a whole dance floor. One of the garages is going up, and it's going to be a dance floor with the fog machine and lights and stuff like
But
that.
who do I?
Who do I dance with?
No,
Your wife.
No, I'm not good.
Yeah, your wife.
No,
No, I'll be
I've
dancing.
never
I'll be
danced.
dancing with your wife. You-
Who's gonna dance with me and Sadie Hawkins' name?
No, I'm just saying I don't go to parties and dance. None of us do
dance.
either.
I do.
Maybe Samantha, but I know Daniel doesn't.
You can sit by the dance
I
floor and
dance
bounce.
more than
Go
you
swimming.
dance.
No,
Yeah.
You're not going to Seth's party and you start dancing in the
Yeah,
dance
I would
floor.
do the Long Beach.
No.
I'd do like this.
So then,
Yeah.
Snoop. I'll do the Snoop.
so I was just small talking a bunch of bros or girls that are either 22.
They won't really talk to you 'cause
Well,
you're
I
a
have
narp.
I have nothing in common
Well,
with
wait,
the 23
they're not
year old
gonna-
girl.
Yes, you do. You both want to have sex.
No, she does
They
not
don't
want
wanna
to
have sex with him.
Well,
Yeah,
they just do in
man.
general.
That's you know.
Will you have sex with me?
Yeah.
I'm an old
They
man.
wanna have
That's
sex
so
with-
fun.
Yeah, Seth's all ripped. They go, of course.
And
You know.
all those guys
My
aren't gonna-
costume has a shirt off.
They're
too.
not going to talk to you
But
because
also-
you're a narp.
What-
It happened at the Italian
No.
restaurant when I
There's
sat
gonna
down.
be plenty of narcs.
When I
No,
sat
this is
down,
not-
they looked at me and they're like, "Don't talk to the little one. He's
No.
a narp."
No, I mean they'll talk to me. Well, what fun am I gonna have?
You're a funny guy. You're talking.
Make a joke.
Not on purpose, but you're.
Yeah, make a joke. Fall through the cake.
Yeah, I want to do that to make money. I want to go and entertain a bunch of bros and 22-year-old girls. What for? What? What fun
So
am I having?
you can't go to the
And then I
party
get
and just have a
ass-face?
drink?
Yeah, but what?
Here's something.
Explain the
You-
fun.
Here
You
you
go
go.
to bars now, right? And
No.
drink-
He
He does not. But here's the thing.
used
Earlier
to.
this week, we talked about Baywatch. And you
Yeah.
said you're embarrassed by it. Here's your chance to
Yeah.
see hot young girls in skimpy outfits, and you don't have to be the weird
And
old
my
man
neighbors-
that's sitting on the
My neighbors are
chair.
gonna have tons of those.
There
girls.
you
Yeah.
go.
And
So
all we
Are the
need-
girls dressed like
Lingerie?
It's Halloween. They always dress like
Oh,
lizards.
Oh, yeah.
so
Lizards.
So
Lizards.
now, okay, so I go
That is
there
so
just to
outdated.
creepily look
I like
at
it.
young women
Yeah,
dressed.
but the secret
like
is
hot
you and
witch.
I. The secret is you and I.
All
And it's a
right.
little dated, but it still might fly. Are wearing custom Daft Punk helmets, so nobody knows
I
that
was gonna
we're
say-
zoom
I like
them
that.
in right on the camel toe.
Because
I was
then
gonna say you guys could be the Blues Brothers. Just keep your sunglasses.
Blue,
on.
I don't need stinky old blues
Oh,
brothers.
no.
Was it
But then you guys could do
1979?
Then they definitely will be
A
outdated.
matching costume.
Talk about
Why don't we just do
outdated.
John Belushi cheeseburger bit?
so the young.
Oh, they won't know who you are. They won't
Hey,
know who you are.
Goes two of the three amigos
Hey,
and
look,
see
we're
if
the
people
fat
recognize.
guys from Universal Studios.
They're dressed like the fat guys from Islands of Adventure.
Hey, look, Butler's playing a saxophone solo. He works in the bread factory. Oh, here comes Aretha Franklin.
So you want me and Daniel to show up as the Blues Brothers and and behind our sunglasses just creepily stare at
That's the best thing
scantily
Sam's
clad
That would make my night.
25-year-olds.
Sam wasn't dressing the Blues Brothers is the greatest thing.
If you guys did that, that would make my night.
So,
Oh,
See,
you made
can
me
make
cry.
Seth's night if you do
Yeah.
it.
So it's all.
Everybody needs somebody to love, and then you go, "Someone to love,
No, but
sugar to kiss, sugar to kiss."
So my
the Blues Brothers.
my fun would just be to creep out on like
No,
hot
creep
girls.
out
no,
on
no, no,
them.
no, no, no.
Because
no.
I'm
You
just
know.
I'm staring at it. I'm
They
looking.
don't know that.
No, I know, but
You got your
you
Daft
can
Punk
look.
but that's the
helmet on.
reality. But there's no other fun beyond that. Is gonna
He
be.
said he's gonna have games.
Yeah, he's got
Oh
drinks.
my
There's gonna
God,
be DJs.
games.
And you can talk to.
DJs.
Well, what would you normally be doing? Just laying on the couch
Nothing.
watching the Eastbound
I
and Down or
love
The
it.
Office?
Hang out with-
Oh, look, he's watching The Office again for the 9th time. That's fun.
I aged out of it. I'm done. My life is done. Well, that's
Oh
not all
my
our fun.
god, that's sad.
It's just seriously.
You've lost your mind.
No,
He's gone super crazy. Even I'm not this curmudgeon. He's like, my life's over. It's done.
No more fun.
God.
well, because the problem is my fun.
He aged out of fun.
it
I didn't know that was
transitioned
possible.
into family, and I just.
But that doesn't mean you can't have a little bit of yin and yang in your life, man. Like just a tiny.
You know
bit.
who
But
would
that
be
kind
fun
of
at your
fun is
party?
a young
Yin
man's
and yang.
game.
You know,
Or-
I think it's yin and yang.
It's yang, actually.
Yang. Is it yang?
It's
You
yang.
know more about it
It's
than I do.
yang, I
Hey, answer me this, Seth. Don't you think that his wife would probably, in this scenario, without him around, be a lot of fun? Because, like, you can say what you will.
Good
That'll
point,
be a,
Dan. How
That'll
about
be
your
put a
wife just
cigarette
come?
out in the pool scenario.
Crystal gets a lot of
Yeah.
stick on this show
Yeah.
for, being the, she's the boss. Oh, look at the old crow. It's not true.
Last time I saw her
not
out
true.
when I broke the bricks on you, she
She's-
was having a grand old
she's
time.
fun.
She was fun.
Well,
She's
that
one of the only
fat
people that I
drunk.
know that dressed up for the 90s party we did for our 9
Yeah.
years. She
Yeah.
had a full
Oh, yeah.
90s outfit. She's
She was
really
dance
fun.
crazy.
She has more fun in her than
She
I
does.
do. And
Which is going to have about 9 9 inches more fun in there.
Hey.
Come on.
I shouldn't have said that.
I
I saw soapy butt, so I felt the need to. I overstepped my butt.
Yeah. It's and I hate. I know how I sound. Everybody's making fun of me, but it's like as a guy, a dad with kids, it seems ridiculous that I'd show up at Seth's party. And then what? Let's just stand around,
This is
small
most
talk.
guys that are dads with kids. This is their dream to get invited
Yeah.
to Seth's party.
But then they think that. But
I just think you're overthinking it. Like I have never
I think
been
once
invited.
you're there, you might be like, oh, I really don't feel like doing this. But once you get there, have a few drinks in you, start talking to people. Like,
Yeah.
have a
He
good
also
time.
won't dress up though because he doesn't like.
Oh well, then I'll beat up your mom.
I have never been
Yeah,
to
what do
a
I-
party in
I
44
bet his mom's
years.
a good party.
Oh, Maryland's awesome. I've never been to a party in 44 years of living where I've gone, well, what am I going to do? Like, I've never put
Right.
that much pressure. Oh, that sounds almost like anxiety. It's almost like you're
Yeah.
trying to, like it's you don't need to do anything. What if you just stood there with a cold beer and waved
Talk to your friend.
You don't know. You don't even need to do
friends,
that.
I don't know. I don't
You
know
know Seth. You know
you
Dan.
know everybody.
I know most of those
Seth,
guys.
wife?
his bro friends.
No, you're gonna know most of them. He's
Filthy
a Russian.
Tom. We just start talking about old times.
he won't
Do
be
some
there.
marketing, maybe.
That's
you
what
can find
happens.
Is the
somebody.
Russian?
Like, hey, remember the boxing
Yeah, the
match?
Russian's coming.
The crazy Russian will be there.
He's on-
Felicia is going to be there.
Yeah, she's
Spencer?
sweet.
Yeah. Then I just start
She's gonna
interviewing
kick a
them.
can off your
head.
Yeah, let's kick a can off your head.
There goes the party. Then I'm drunk in the bear again.
We can finally do the watermelon. There's no God, nunchuck, kick off your head.
Oh, come on. That's fun.
Is that fun? Is it?
It is for me. We're doing it.
Well, I guess the only way we can solve this is for me to ask you honestly,
Yeah.
with your serious hat on, what's fun?
I don't know anymore.
Oh, no.
Oh my God, that's
Okay,
sad.
wait. Can I ask you this? Is
yeah.
the opposite? Is what you're doing now with your kids?
No.
So you're not having
It's
fun now either.
responsibility. I mean, I have
man.
little spurts of fun, and then just general. You're just got mad.
You are my funniest friend.
You're not having fun ever.
But everybody won't admit that.
Is this fun?
Yeah. No. Does it work?
That's true. It is work.
Yeah. I mean, if I could just walk outside and just keep walking, I'd do that.
That's
But-
fun. Walking away is
Walk
fun.
outside and keep walking.
Something's happening
What?
to him, man.
Do you want to
Something's
Forrest
going
Gump
on.
your life right now? Just
No. I'm just saying.
Something's going on with this guy, man.
Walking.
Oh man, if you come in like with a,
I just want to listen to my
are you
game.
having a midlife crisis? Or something?
Yeah.
I just listen to my gambling podcast, then gamble, lose, and then be mad at myself
And
that I'm
then just
horrible
keep
at
doing
it. And just keep doing
Till death?
And then I'll play with my kids, and then I'm like, oh,
Which is not
God.
fun.
No,
And then you're-
I do have
wait
fun
a
with
minute.
that.
He says, I just want to gamble. Listen to my game. Wait, I just want to listen to my gambling podcast. Gamble, lose, do it again, play with my kids. Oh God! What is that? Was that you dying?
no.
Was that you dying?
No, it's all
What was the-
fine.
what was the oh God?
No, because I started to realize what it was when you say it out loud. I don't know.
Oh, this is so sad.
You saying it out loud is what we see is happening.
This is why Crystal gets mad at me, and I stopped talking in car rides.
dude. Group. I'm telling you,
Wait,
group
wait.
babysitter. Let's just say we're only on the hook for 1 hour.
Yeah.
Let's start slow. Group babysitter, Maisie, Tommy, Max, and then we all get dressed up. We go over
No.
1 hour.
It's Halloween
1
night.
hour.
I
That would
can't.
be-
Try to have
I'm
some
not
fun.
leaving
After
my
they go to
family.
bed, they trick or treat at 7
Dude, his
o'clock.
kids
That's what
don't
it's
go
like.
to bed
Oh, they're
until 12 o'clock
Yeah,
at
man.
night.
Like
So
nine.
then you be a man and be like, hey, you listen to the babysitter go
That'll
to
never
bed.
happen.
Well, you still take them trick or treating, spend family time, and then take an hour at the end of the night to go. You see that in movies all the time. Kids
Yeah.
go with their kids and they go to the adult party.
Yeah.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm never
It's
wrong.
what they
Wait,
did.
why did you stop talking on car rides?
No,
Yeah,
because-
we glossed over that pretty quickly.
Yeah,
didn't
I
we?
need to know
Whoa,
what that
no,
was.
That
because
sounds insane.
my outlook on life and why you guys, Crystal gets also
Grim.
mad.
It's grim.
I start telling her
Why are
about
we getting food? Why are we in this car? There's no
Where are we
reason we should
going?
be in this car.
And-
This car's not fun.
I tell her some theory, and she's like, "My God, you're like a GD robot. You're an insane person." She's like, "Don't you ever just you can't contain yourself with laughter or whatever?" And then I tell her like, "I can always contain myself." And then she gets mad, and then I just stop talking, and then that's it.
Yeah.
I think my husband's kind of turning into you a little
Yeah.
bit.
yeah, it's not fun.
He's young.
You know,
Every
it's when you're younger and you're like
I
me.
get it. I'm not like I used to.
Yeah, okay,
I can't do. I was doing this
Seth,
every weekend. I can't.
Seth.
I'm hesitating doing it 2-3 times a year now for my little get-togethers.
Did
Now
you
we get a
That's
virus.
enough.
did you ever see your dad at your age? Like I'm trying to think back.
Yeah,
Like
yes.
now my dad was younger than I am at this point.
Yeah.
But like my uncles, any male figure in my life, they never had fun. Like they just
I remember
worked.
My parents partied.
I remember
did?
it was
I,
miserable, but then they went out and had fun. I remember even
I
Halloween
never
around
saw
this
my
time.
fun.
My
where-
dad missed me playing the cow in the nativity scene because he ate too many Horty orbs at the party and he was puking in the back of David Martin's car.
Maybe I didn't see my adult
My dad was
male
party
figures.
crazed. My dad would go golfing. He'd come home drunk. He'd go cycling. Come home drunk.
Have you seen our BDM group? They're all drunk at
Dads?
parties.
Yeah,
My
but
mom and dad would go to parties, and mom and dad would dress
Yeah.
up. My dad's Dracula.
There was drugs everywhere in my house.
I don't.
Hell yeah.
I don't respect any of those people in the
Wow.
BDM.
I like where this is going.
I'm saying all my
wow.
male,
He's lit the self-sabotage fuse.
all the male figures in my life never had fun. All my uncles, they're just like, oh, like he owns an AC company, miserable. He just drinks 12 Bud Lights a night and passes
You know
out.
who's fun?
That's what I thought you were supposed to do.
You know who's fun?
Huh?
Is Grizz and Lil Grizz.
Yeah.
They know
Grizz
how to
knows
party.
how to party.
They know how to party.
Well, that's you grew up different.
Well, I'm sorry.
No, you're
that-
coming. No, you're coming. Sam's come too. I didn't send.
I
an
didn't
invite
get
to her, but-
invited,
well,
so I ain't going nowhere.
I meant to send one to you. I just don't have your number.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
don't give me your
I know
number.
he doesn't have your number, and it would be
You-
creepy if he
Don't
had.
give him your number.
Don't
We
ever
can
do that.
communicate via social media.
Don't give him
Oh.
anything. Don't even let him know you're alive.
Yeah. As soon as he gives you his number, or you guys
done.
have changed number,
Oh,
then
man.
I'll
I've got some voicemails I still have on
Oh,
old phones
those are
that
a
you
while.
left me.
Those are a while ago.
Well, that's
lo-
my cash-in phone. I've got it still on a charger, and it's got
I'll get
If
it.
you don't come to this Halloween, I will leave some sort of evil voicemail.
I want you to do that. Those are great.
I mean, listen, I'll ask Crystal and see, like, hey,
She'll wanna
where-
go.
Or at least she
where's
can
the
come.
party over?
Let's call her.
Can I go, like, when
Dude,
they,
there's no time party.
You got her
You don't
number?
put a time that it ends to the cocks cry.
When does it start?
what if I, okay,
It starts at 8, so I'm guessing people
Okay.
get there on the 8, 9.
I don't like dressing up for anything, and because it involves like having some sort of spirit.
Fun, yeah.
So when I put on the costume, I feel like an idiot
But
immediately.
everybody else is going to be in a costume.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, I know.
Then you're going to be
But
the odd man out if you don't.
I know that's the worst part. So then I show up and I still feel stupid dressed
Just
up.
wear the bear suit.
What about your bear? That's what I was thinking. What about your
No,
bear suit?
God.
That's the
I'll have you up to the DJ
No.
booth. I'll introduce you.
Yeah, no, then the
be like-
Russian. I'm done with that.
Oh,
I mean, what if the whole plan was to get you on here, and then 20 minutes later we have reluctantly
Yeah.
put you back into the bear suit? Who's the genius now? Seth is. Who's the genius?
Yeah.
If you
My
were-
wheels have been turning since the
I'll
beginning.
never do that. I'll never show
That's
up to
what
Seth's
Luke
house
Skywalker said. I'll never join you.
in the bear suit, so everybody's clowning me, and then I'm too awkward to be miserable, so I have to go into the character.
Oh,
that
yeah.
I'm doing the thing, yeah. And then I'll just get blacked out. That's the only way to deal with it.
Then you're real. Then you're prime.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
you're back where
Yeah,
you
then you're
were.
good.
Then I try to fight Filthy
God.
Tom
Hurts
and
himself.
rematch, and
No,
then
no,
he,
no, you fight Felicia. Tom will be there.
Oh, she beats the hell out of
she
you.
roundhouse kicks me, knocks me out.
No, it knocks you into a punch bowl.
Yeah, and then some hot chick like he's peeing his pants.
So she kicks you, and you do that move where she kicked you so hard, but you stood still before you fell. And as you're falling, you're peeing your pants, but it's a little bit of red, and you fall into a cake.
And then some bros like take his pants off and let's make fun of his genitalia. And then that happens.
Some bro.
And then they
there's
start chanting
pictures.
Sharpies, and they bring out the Sharpies, and then you wake up in a dumpster, and the
No, you'll
N-words
wake up
written
in a
all over top to bottom.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
They write racial slurs all over you and throw you in a dumpster.
Not dumpster. It'll be my basement. I put people in my basement.
That's
a basement.
So that's fun. That's what will happen if I have fun.
I mean, Samantha's buying.
exactly
she's
what
shopping
happened.
for costumes right now. I see her over there. She's
Yeah. How about if we buy you a costume? We wear that.
Oh, this is so awesome.
So it all does not work out.
Oh, yes, it does.
It
You
can't.
can make it work. You're just not willing to.
Why don't you
but
dress
what-
up like
It's
Seth
fine.
Petrozelli? The chat room. Sad.
The
pink hair,
Yeah. I get the makeup artist to make my ears look weirdo.
I'll hit you in the head a few times more.
Why don't you dress up in a karate gi and then just do nothing but make fun of karate and
Oh,
do
yeah,
bad
that'll
karate
work.
all night?
That won't
I'll
get
be
me
mad.
my pants pulled down and start making fun of karate.
Bunch of karate
Yeah,
guys.
which
I'll be
is the
mad,
only
man.
thing they take seriously. I start clowning it.
Just walk in
No,
and go,
I didn't invite any of the karate people specifically because I want to separate that part of my life.
Oh, these are only your.
These are like the MMA guys.
These are just your intellectuals.
these are the guys that like punching, no discipline. They're like, I don't want to put that gay ass robe on. I'm here for punching. I know. I hung out with them at Latitudes 10 years ago, and that's the last time I realized I was like, I can't be a part of this. It's too much.
What? Oh, I remember that night.
Yeah. You guys all you did
the
is
the Speedo night.
Yeah. There's that. There was the group kiss,
Oh, yeah.
the dance party where I was inside and you were. I mean, definitely there's some
Nudity.
You know, you were harassing me.
Sexual harassment.
Yeah, but I mean, you were grabbing
It's
at
not
me.
sexual harassment. It's like
Yeah, you were trying to kiss
an
me.
alpha male to a beta male.
You were,
All right.
you were chanting kiss, kiss. Tom Lawler was forcing me to kiss him. Then there's some
I'm
redneck
not feeling
cowboy.
great about this party anymore.
They're crazy party.
No, this is a long time.
Yeah,
long
they're
time.
crazy party.
Yeah.
Those are the crazy
Yeah,
days
then
behind
that
us.
redneck cowboy at the bar was mad because he's homophobic. Anyway, and
Yeah.
then he was about to go try to start a fight. I was like, "Don't do that, bro.
That's a bad move.
They're gonna kick your hat off and kill you." Look at these guys. Oh, look at their ears.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Their ears have been fighting
you're
each
gonna
other.
You're gonna be doing some kissing with your hats kicked off.
Oh, yeah.
Kick your hat off so fast.
You better go apologize to everybody you've ever called that gay slur because
You think-
you're about to meet it
You
right
think
now.
you're strong because you can lift your four-wheeler in the back of the truck? These guys will kick your face in.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god,
Collapse your orbital sockets.
that's hilariously funny. All right, well, do you want to take a break and then come back and do some
Yeah.
some voicemails with
Yeah.
Seth sitting in?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a Bah!
Welcome back to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. Samantha, our producer's here. Butler is in the other room, and joining us on the big red couch is a very good friend of the show. You can find him at the Jungle MMA and Fitness, and he also has his new little like a passion project for traditional karate. Or-
Japanese karate.
Yeah, and that what's your dojo called?
What's called Junguru Dojo. Junguru Dojo,
There you
but
go.
karateoforlando.com is the
KarateOfOrlando.com.
website.
It's Seth Petrozelli. What's up, man?
Hey, hi.
So, Seth,
Sorry, we did another segment with him, so I'm just
yeah.
introducing him on a
Tomorrow,
different
yeah,
day.
yeah.
So
But
yeah.
the speaking of karate, Samantha told me today that you were bestowed an honor
Inducted.
this week, inducted into the inaugural Mixed Martial Arts Hall of Fame in Florida.
Florida Mixed Martial Arts Hall of Fame. It's
Okay.
very specific. But
Okay,
no.
so it's a
Yes.
Florida Mixed
It's
Martial
only Florida
Arts.
only. Well,
Yeah.
Florida's you guys might know, but Florida, California, Nevada, Las Vegas are all the three hotbeds for
Yeah.
MMA. Like even from the beginning.
It's where you go to
Also,
flee from, the law
Yeah.
or whatever else.
No,
your
yeah.
kids
Yeah.
or
It's
your
also a
wife.
hotbed of COVID.
Yeah.
If you're a homeless person, you go to live on the streets because the weather.
Yeah,
and I'm
like,
sure
my family hates me, but there's sunshine.
yeah. So there's lots of reasons probably, but so now
You come for
when
the sunshine, you stay for the fentanyl.
So when did you?
That's what everybody does.
When did you find this out? Did they contact you?
Yeah, they contacted me like 4 or 5 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Said, hey, I knew that they were doing it, and I knew the first 9 people, and they were people that I, went through the sport with, I either trained with, was promoted by, cornered. Excuse me. And then I was like, oh wow, that's great. This is awesome that they're doing this. And then he contacted me like 4 or 5 days ago, said that I was going to be the 10th and final inductee into this first class of people. So
Okay.
of course I was super stoked, happy.
And it's not only
Honored.
fighters; that it's people in the fight industry.
Yes, it's all people in the industry. Yeah, so promoters.
What about
trainers,
ring girls
corners,
or boys?
What?
Ring girls or boys?
Not
The
yet.
They should
promoters.
have ring boys.
I
I've
was a
never
ring
seen
boy
ring
before. Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, they have ring boys.
One of my students
never
was a
seen a
ring
ring
boy
boy.
for
Yeah.
the last one.
They
and
had
I
that.
was one like years
Do
ago.
they have
Yep.
their shirt off?
Oh yeah, we use speedos and
Alright.
shirt off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're
Okay.
just, like, to me, I've seen
exact
it.
same
I
thing.
forget where I saw it, but it was like, look at them. Oh, great, they got ring.
Which
and
I don't
he-
think is fair. I think we should cover our nipples. 'cause
He
they
was
get
a
to cover.
good-looking muscle man.
So, with this particular honor, the promoter the fact that they included promoters is odd to me, but I guess it's a important part of the sport.
Progressing
right?
the sport, right?
Yeah.
Because they're in charge of. Explain to me what a promoter, because it seems like an industry that is very sleazy, or at least has a sleazy reputation.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day when it first started, it was a little more sleazy, just because they can get away with not paying fighters and saying they're going to pay them one thing and not, just because the athletic commission never existed for MMA. But now that the athletic commission's in place, every promoter has to go through, the rules and regulations of the commission. So it's almost impossible to, unless they file bankruptcy or something crazy like that.
So the promoter puts on the actual fight and promotes it.
Usually he hires the matchmaker or does the matchmaking himself, puts on the fight, gets the venue, gets the fighters put together, gets the person
Yeah,
put
you
together.
just organize the
Everything.
whole
It's kind of
event,
like
yeah.
what
He's
you
like a producer.
do with
Oh, yeah.
BDM events.
Oh, okay,
Exactly, yeah.
And they're just as shady.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Just as
I
many
mean,
criminals.
you know this world. In fact,
yeah.
I wasn't going to do this here, but you are the 11th inductee
Wow.
into the
Congratulations.
Florida Shady Promotion Hall of Fame.
Because I'm a big fan of shady promoters, because I've dealt with quite a few in my
it's
days.
you and Tiny
Yeah.
from the Insane Clown Dirt
No,
Carnival, or what
Come
was
on, it was extreme.
Dirt Carnival.
There's something. The carnival was
it
involved.
was like, we need Druggy the Bear out at the insane. It had a name. It was like the insane car Carpocalypse.
That was the only thing my pop-up came to watch me do, and I was embarrassed because it was in St. Cloud, and it was in like some.
Why are you dressed like a teddy bear? You look like Teddy Ruxpin. What are you
It was.
What are you doing?
I jumped a jacked up Ford Ranger.
I thought they ratchet strapped you to the top of a drift car.
that was a different one. That was
Oh,
this was at St. Cloud. It was at some sort of industrial complex that they had a bunch of mechanics and other like store. It was like a storage facility, but also people worked out of it. And then I was just in between. It was bizarre.
So in between
you had to
shooting
do
the
what?
show Storage Wars, the
I know.
entertainment
I was like, why is this thing here? What is this? Anyway.
Man, you had to go through some crap in your life for this industry. I thought I went through some crap.
And you wonder why he hates fun. You'll hear that tomorrow.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah, it all makes sense.
Drained it out of him.
It all makes sense.
So
When you've been pretending for more than half your life to have fun when you're not having fun, I'm serious about this. I'm really analyzing this. Your idea of fun is so effed up.
Yeah, it's like real.
It's like trauma.
It's like
Yeah.
real clowns are miserable, right?
Yeah.
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 Because
I mean, you are literally minutes away from the old in the closet.
The belt.
Yeah.
They call that the
Give me the
Williams.
belt. Yes. Oh, man.
Or just
I'm sorry.
stepping outside and walking and continue to walk like you
Called
want
the, I believe it's called the Patch Adams.
Come on. So let's go over some of the other inductees into your
Okay.
class. to
Carl
see.
Gotch.
Okay, so
Gotch.
Familiar?
Okay, my dad used to call his underwear gotcha shorts.
so who
He
is
called
Carl
it
He
Gotch?
apparently is known in the Far East as the godfather of catch wrestling.
Catch wrestling. He's like, I didn't know. First of all, I had no idea it was from Florida. That's kind of
Yeah, the
cool that he
name
was from
Gotch in
Florida.
wrestling, even
Oh,
in
it's
professional
huge.
wrestling,
Tampa.
it's huge. Yeah.
Simon Gotch, the
Simon
wrestler,
Gotch,
is named
yep.
after him. Like,
Okay.
he's like a huge name.
So is a huge name in wrestling.
Yep.
And
Wrestling, catch wrestling, which translates to jiu-jitsu a little bit too. And
He's
Yeah.
also
It's
known
a
throughout
part
the
of it.
world and trained many top-level grapplers and MMA fighters. Then we got Michael D'Angelo.
Oh, I know that guy. He did a Sistine Chapel. Next.
Who's Michael D'Angelo?
It says he has made an impact in New York, New Jersey, and Florida MMA, and he has produced champions in boxing and MMA. Now his son continues the D'Angelo legacy.
He should be Michael D. Angelo. Drop the D. Michelangelo.
There's a weird connection we have with like upstate New York and New Jersey and stuff where us and or them in Florida like interchange a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trash people going. Like,
Yeah.
They moved down here.
It's a trash way.
It's an interstate trash highway
Life
between
is a trash.
Yeah,
New
it's a
York
trash way.
and Florida, and they go back. And if you're into fighting, for sure, you're either from New
It's
Jersey
like a poopy pipeline.
or
up
you
and down
have
there.
some monies in New Jersey, something in New Jersey.
Yeah,
Anyway.
my whole family's from New York.
Yeah, I know.
We know.
Yeah.
Smell it.
Trashy.
Whatever,
Florida.
it's just as bad as you Nate.
No, I'm
Italians.
agreeing with you.
Yeah, it's a fighting trash Italians. They're all from originally.
We
New
need to
York.
get some of those punching salamis down here to punch each other's good.
Trashy punching salamis.
Give me 4 punching salamis.
That should be my nickname.
So-
the trashy punching salami. Set the punching salami.
Not bad. Why don't you go as that for Halloween? Paint yourself all red and be a punching salami.
Or I could just eat 3 pizzas and turn bright red.
Ooh, that's
So
a good
far,
idea.
there's no maybe superstar that we know.
I want to
from the
hear
old,
Michelangelo, Master Splinter.
or like is Tank Abbott? He looks like he's from
Yeah,
Florida.
yeah. How about
I
Tank
don't
Abbott?
think he's from
I
New
mean,
York.
there's a lot of
He
those.
looks like
How about,
a Midwestern guy.
How about the Clover Shamrock Man?
No, yeah,
Ken Shamrock.
Yeah, Ken Shamrock. He's a Florida guy, right? So what else we got? in
Gracie's, the Gracie
I don't
people.
see
that
any of the
Brazil.
people that you guys are naming.
Conan Silver,
Josh Saman, you said? Was that
Sam,
it?
yes.
Sam?
But we
Sam?
also got the head coach,
Passed away.
jiu-jitsu guy for ATT, Conan.
Conan?
Okay.
ATT Conan.
I think that's it.
Thank you for calling AT&T. This is Conan.
I don't know. I didn't read.
You're late on your bill.
God damn it, AT&T Conan.
And like I said, you got
It's very hard to take calls. I wear a loincloth.
Troy
My dong
Regano?
fell out.
Do you know Troy Regano? Master Murdad?
Murdad. Yes.
Murdad? Master Murdad?
I'm
Yes.
the Master Murdad.
Very well.
Let me look at.
This is all.
Let Master Murdad look in his crystal ball.
This is all just to try to clown you because obviously we don't know
Tommy
anybody
Trauma?
on this.
Oh yeah, Tommy Trauma. He passed away, but Tommy Trauma was
A lot of these guys look
a
like
huge.
man.
puncher.
Tommy Trauma passed away.
Yeah,
of
that's-
what?
trauma.
No, but listen, he was like.
Did
a
someone
really, a good
pour
friend.
water on their head for him?
No, he had bad Tourette's, like really bad
Who's-
Tourette's syndrome, and he
Who's in
fought.
charge of this Hall of Fame? Because they just started this Facebook on October 4th at 4:15 a.m. That seems like
My God, it's fresh.
Brand new.
That's a manic
who gets up at 4 a.m. to start a Facebook page?
Oh my God! Where's the Facebook? What do you mean the Facebook? Where's the Facebook for the Hall of Fame? Oh my God! You
God.
didn't make the Facebook. We've been working on this for 8
He
years.
has his personal one. That's
Make a
lot.
Facebook and put Trauma on there, and Master Splinter and
But Jamie Levine's on there, who's been
Yep.
who's promoted me in a lot of my fights. He's cornered me for one of my UFC fights. Passed away.
oh, that's sad.
He's a huge pioneer of the sport. Conan Silver, that's who I was talking about. Conan, he was like the head coach for ATT. Like American Top Team is like the biggest team for a long time in the UFC. He was
yeah.
I can't even count how many fighters he had in the UFC, like in countless amounts.
Did they?
Tiger Berto?
Yeah, Tiger. Yeah, he
Berto.
he was a really good
Brian
boxing coach.
Glazer?
Do they at least?
These are all familiar-y kind of names.
I don't know any of these
Do they
people.
give you a printout with a little frame?
Yeah,
or
what do you get?
something?
You
No,
get
we're
trophy?
going. It's like a black tie event in Tampa in a month that we all go to. And
Oh my
have a
God.
sit down.
Black
thing.
tie event. Where's it
I
at? The
don't-
Red Roof Inn?
He said the name.
And
he
if
said
you'll
it
all
was-
please follow me, we will now walk over to the Cracker Barrel next to the Red Roof for our celebratory dinner.
The fact that it's in Tampa is just so much better.
Fancy in Tampa, I believe.
It's the middle of Florida.
Fancy in Tampa, I believe, is Longhorn Steakhouse.
All the inductees live here, of course.
Yeah.
But so it's actually a black tie bag. And I'm pissing off. There's only so much I can pull you.
Yeah, I see you right in the line.
Yeah.
I don't know much. Look, I just got contacted. I haven't got all the specifics. They just told
Hey,
me the
can we
name of the
send-
event. They said I'm going to get an email with instructions and direction, all that stuff.
You
on
like
what to do.
hijinks.
I'm supposed to go up and do a speech and all this
Can
stuff.
we send one of our listeners in?
Oh, I'm good at that.
Seth, let me tell you a
Can
story.
we send a listener in place of you and trick them into thinking it's you with cancer now?
Let me tell you a story about the first annual podcast awards that me and Daniel went
Oh,
to.
40 turns. Yeah.
And
Yeah, this was terrible. We were
we
up for
were-
Podcast of the Year and
we-
Comedy Podcast of the Year.
we thought it was like some great honor, and we're like, this will change our business.
well,
This
it,
Oh, I'm not thinking that at all.
it was with a very large podcasting company called
Yeah, yeah.
Stitcher. I mean, it was a legitimate thing.
Like
you know?
we're on the same ballot as Corolla and Marin, and
Yeah.
like these are the heavy hitters. And then like, look, Chris Jericho's hosting it. It's got to be legit. Then we went there 40 turns. And,
we opened this bathroom door. Okay,
looking around.
He needed to pee
We're
really
like,
bad.
what
He has
the
a small
hell?
bladder, and we're trying
Jericho
to get out of this
didn't give
thing.
a two dams.
He was drunk.
He just tried to make his paycheck. Everybody around.
They messed our names up. They said a mediocre Todd with Tim and Doug. You know,
God.
and
Yeah.
it was run stupid. So anyway, we're leaving. Tom's got a tiny
was an
bladder. We're
S
trying to
show.
find a time to go to the bathrooms, and we find a tiny like handicap bathroom. He opens it. He walks in, and there's a toilet that has at least 40 little turds in it. And we laughed
Like
and
little
laughed.
pellets.
And that was it.
Yeah,
that was it.
And then
That's
we were like,
awesome.
this is garbage. This is a hunk of garbage. I'm like, this is not going to help us. It's going to hurt us.
And we
Like,
spent
we're
a lot
wasting
of money to go there.
Yeah, we wasted
Oh,
money.
you
This
did?
is stupid.
We wasted thousands
This
to
is
fly
just a
there.
scam.
We're gonna fly there.
yeah.
It's in
Oh,
Vegas.
It
We
was
had to
in
go to
Vegas.
Vegas.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
And we thought,
We did it twice. That was the second one. The first one
Hunk
we
of
did in San
junk.
Francisco in Stitcher Awards. I got them mixed up.
that.
Wait, did you guys just not win? You're just bitter.
No, even if we won, it wouldn't have done it. It was just garbage.
We didn't have a chance.
I was like, this is just some sort of money grab
One
of
of the
some sort.
podcasts you guys lost to isn't even a podcast anymore.
Yeah.
Which
No one's
one's
even
that?
heard
Crab
of them.
Feast.
Oh yeah.
Crab Feast is a great show.
No, but we lost to some.
No, we lost.
some
Crab
nerd.
Feast didn't even place. It was like we lost to like Jerry's Morning Drives radio show from Grandma's.
Yeah. Jerry figured out how to get the most votes, and then it was like, I never even heard of this.
No, the whole.
And then I'm like, where's
the
Adam
whole
Carolla?
thing
He's
was-
not even
No,
here.
the-
He knew it was BS.
No, the two guys.
Marin
that
didn't
won-
even
Yeah,
show
smart
up.
didn't show up.
The two guys that won like every award that year
That's
were
how
the
you show
guys putting on the goddamn.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, what is that? Yeah, that's.
Also, you know when Rogan and Marin don't show up, this is all good.
Yeah.
The S show. The
Well, how we
hour.
got hoodwinked into it is Marin had showed up the year before.
Oh yeah,
He was there the year before.
They got
so I'm
him
like-
the year before.
So, yeah, they
And
hoodwinked him.
knew-
So he saw it. He's like, oh,
then it
there's like
started trickling
45
down.
turds in this toilet. I'm not coming back next year.
Marin got the
gates.
Marin got the 40 turds. And he's like,
Yeah, he's
I'm
like,
never going to
What
this
is that?
BS again.
Boomer lives.
Yeah. So you going to the Black Tie Fair? Do you know if is it at like a fancy?
Damn, I wish I would have known the name of it. I don't know. Yeah, it's a
convention
When he
center?
said it, I looked it up and it was like legit, like big, nice,
wow.
like super nice.
Holy
thing.
crap!
Is
This
it-
is an
don't know.
Arby's.
Yeah,
Tampa.
yeah. Is it like the
This is at
Dundies?
Mons Venus.
We're gonna be at Chili's, and then
Here, I'll ask him now.
In the beautiful Applebee's dining room.
they are, all those places that are near like big cities have like a little corporate room that you can rent out.
Live from the Bubba the Love Sponge Cafe.
You're in the side room.
It's live from Tampa's own Hogan's Beach Shack, home of the Thermos. It's the Fake Karate Awards.
You're in Hogan's Beach Shack.
Hogan's Beach.
Hey, can I get another thermos? That's what they call their big beers there.
You're in their conference room that they rent out to the.
I will be very mad if that's.
And now the
But I don't
master of
think-
ceremonies, Hulk Hogan. What's up, brother? I'm so glad to be here at the Cracker Barrel, Tampa. I've never eaten more potato casserole in my life, brother. And when I hit that bathroom, let me just say, the brown coming out of me is going to be the same color these aprons with the stars on it, brother.
When you put on awards, whatever, or you have these awards things, right? You can't actually nominate someone that's too high profile because when they don't show up, it makes your show look bad, right? Because imagine if the Oscars no the A-list celebrities showed up that were nominated, it's like you couldn't put on the show. So you have to kind of invite people that you know.
Oh, shut up!
Show
I mean,
up.
he's right. I mean, and
From
when,
Florida, those names
like
are like
when
oh,
half the guys are dead, you know,
Well,
you go for the guys
you
who-
nominate the dead
What's he
guys.
doing now?
Yeah, because
I don't
they
know.
can't.
But
Yeah.
his girlfriend's got great art. Well,
yeah.
book it.
What's Petrozelli go on Petrozelli's Instagram, see if he's not doing anything.
What's he doing? He's fighting with some podcasters
He's on
about
some podcast.
$100 or
Yeah,
something.
if he's on a podcast, he'll definitely show up to Ruby Tuesdays. Fake award. Yeah.
Wait till I'm there. I'm gonna do a screen. I'm gonna live it, the whole thing, and show you guys how.
Oh, I
amazing
would
it is.
do that.
I'm gonna show you the fireworks
I
that they're putting on.
guarantee you, I'll
Yeah.
make a bet with you, and I've never done this with you. I'll make a bet with you. It will be so embarrassing you will never do that. Like you won't even, like you'll look around and you'll be like, oh yeah, you'll put your phone right. Because I would have. We started to think about live streaming the one we were at in Las Vegas because when we first walked
You should
into
have
the
live streamed the
ballroom,
turd
Yeah.
toilet.
when we first walked into the ballroom, they had spent so much. They really did spend money on the ballroom and everything, but I think they lost their nut because it was way too big, and it like as soon as like I realized that no one was showing up to it, I just put my phone back in, and then you and I we kind of like
we're just starting to hammer
deflated. Yeah, we just started drinking beers because we're like
it was empty. It was like
is
this
garbage.
is a
It
It was
dumb.
really.
S
It wasn't
show.
funny at that time, but
No.
They rented a big thing.
Oh, we
and
made
had
fun of it incessantly.
And
we
now
railed on
Chris
it.
Jericho was up there half-ass hosting it wasted because he realized it's an
yeah.
S show.
Yeah.
And he had on the scarf and
he-
the jacket and the whole nine.
Like the mics didn't work at first. He was on the wrong thing. Here's the thing: the best part about this is you won't get COVID because everybody who's going to this thing's already had it. So,
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
so you're fine.
And you're immune from it now.
Well, hopefully I'll bring some people that
You're a
sit at my
superhero
table.
now. That's what I heard. Once you get it,
Everybody there,
Yeah, I mean-
going to the MMA awards banquet at.
Hopefully I'll get
Chili's.
it at my Halloween party before that. And then I'll be immune by that time.
you know here's a weird fact about MMA awards. No earbuds. Can't fit them in there. Like none used.
They didn't make a specific like a tiny. It's
Yeah,
a little
like a rice,
Q-tip
like a
size-
rice grain.
I had to fit in there. It was all flamed.
Q-tips actually, that would be a good idea. A Q-tip, and you cut the half the Q-tip up, so it's just half the Q-tip. That's
Yeah. I mean, is there any? You know what I have
Oh,
a like a piece of hard
ew!
cartilage in my ear, and
Yeah.
I'm like, what is that? I felt it. And it was the first time I ever felt it. It's like a hard marble in there.
Oh.
And I-
that's cancer.
That's cancer.
No, I wonder if it's like
You got
if-
ear cancer.
If I rubbed my ear and I got what you got, what? How do you?
Probably do you rub your ear a lot? Like,
No, I don't know. Maybe
Maybe
I got it a
slip-
long time ago.
Maybe you got it from headphones.
But this is the year I don't wear headphones.
Maybe
It's
you need
weird.
to even it out.
I don't know.
Maybe it's jealous.
But what it's caused from like the injury, and then blood forms, and then it hardens.
And then it hardens. Yeah.
Can you get it fixed?
There's surgery for
Yeah,
it.
can
but
they
it
go in
doesn't-
there and like cut it,
I think
drain
Randy,
it? And,
Randy
like,
Couture got surgery for it, and it looks all right. It doesn't look perfect anymore.
why not
but-
just
or,
cut
like,
them off?
That's
Flat.
true. I don't know.
Just run it flat.
What is the
No,
reason?
that looks
And then
worse.
put some screens over it.
Yeah,
That's what I would do. I'd run it. I just cut them off
No.
and then put
It has to do something with the echoing, like in the
Yeah,
sound travels through those things. That's
Yeah.
why my hearing is a little weird right now because it like
oh really?
some of it bounces off and goes somewhere else.
mean?
I'm always like, what? What? My 20
I don't hear anything.
23-year-old girlfriend's like, yeah, do this, and she's like, I'm like, what'd you say? Say it again. I'm like, you know, my ears are messed up. Just keep saying it.
It's like a pitcher. It's like a pitcher trying to throw a fastball to 1,000 batters at the same time.
You got him. You delayed the fuse on that one. You got him.
So anyway, I often wonder. Okay, if
You get a belt?
has there
Like a
been any
belt or a
I
prize?
think I just got a plaque. I hope.
Has there anything you've ever been recognized for? I'll include everybody in here that actually.
Oh, I bet Butler's been recognized for something that would be unbelievable. He always has something
Yeah,
up his
right.
sleeve.
But-
Butler, get in here. What awards have you won?
Is there some award you've gotten that actually has made you feel pride in your career or whatever? I have never felt that. Like, I've never been honored in any way that's actually made me feel like even these awards.
Nothing?
Like all the awards we win and stuff, like from magazines, there's always like
Well,
a
those don't
hollowness.
matter,
Yeah, because
but-
I'm just like, it's all a business. It's all for money making scheme anyway. Like no one.
I got the Headhunter Award in high school. I was proud of that.
What does that mean?
That was for football. It mean you're the most crazy, aggressive person on the field. And I was like,
All
yeah,
right.
I am kind of crazy.
Okay, yeah.
That made me happy.
I'm trying to think of any award that I don't think I ever got anything other than.
I've only been awarded a pizza party, so
Yeah, those don't count.
Yeah,
that's just
that's
a way for us to
hollow,
keep
yeah.
you on the hook forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, those aren't even real.
Yeah,
I got like some awards for playing music. You know, like if you played a piece of music correctly, you would get like a superior plaque saying that you actually executed it correctly.
That's different
They don't
than
mean
being
anything
honored.
to me though now.
Yeah, I mean, like, because winning something, like, obviously, Seth, you've won things
So many
and
things.
fights and stuff, like,
as
but
he sips his water.
but I'm saying, like, being recognized by some sort of independent
right.
board or whatever
To honor
your,
you for
your accomplishments,
Right,
like,
right.
that's a rare thing,
Yeah.
right? Who gets?
I randomly Googled because I was starting to karate, so I randomly started searching about karate just to do my due diligence on other karate schools and stuff like that. And one random
Doing karate.
doing karate, one random school had a big plaque up that said famous Shtodu. So my style of karate, Shtodu, famous Shtodu. Wait, we talked about this, I think. Famous Shtodu practitioners. and it was Fujio Demur, the guy who was the stunt double for Mr. Miyagi,
Okay, yeah.
Steven Seagal, and me.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
Yeah.
But that's just like a poster in a school, right?
No, it was like a
It was like,
That's not really an honor.
hang
I mean,
in
it's
there.
nice to be mentioned amongst those people.
A mention.
Yeah.
It was a cool
Yeah.
mention.
I think I got.
still
But like, it's
scream-
not
I
like the
still-
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or anything.
I see what you're saying.
Like,
Best of your
yeah.
field.
Yeah.
I got. Is it called disillusioned? When you're disenfranchised by these kind.
Disillusioned, I would say.
One time in UCF had this like most famous people to go to UCF, and I was on the radio, and then I was like, and then I did bits about. I was like, I should be added to
I
this
wonder
list.
if I'm under my
I'm
high
on
school.
I'm on my wiki page for
Or
my
Glen-
hometown for famous residents.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They might have your fans might have messed with it by now, but
Yo, yeah, please.
my wiki, I've given up on my wiki page.
Oh, because they keep bullying you crazy.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
bad.
now I wanna
I haven't
know
been
what
on
it
it.
I'm
says.
sorry.
I don't even know if it's still there.
I don't even have one.
They-
That's
yeah.
bad.
But so I wanted to get on there, and then one day I get an email from the person that works at the UCF department of the website. He works on the website
Yeah.
department, and then he's like, "Hey, I heard you on the show. I could just add you if you want." Like, and then I was like, "Well, that's not nothing." You know, it's like it's just some nerd that added me.
Yeah.
No one didn't recognize. It's just this guy. So then it's meaningless, and then I'm like, "Oh, none of it
Yeah.
matters."
I mean, I guess my greatest accomplishment, as far as being like awarded something that not a lot of people have, that I guess is worth something in somebody's eyes.
A
is
coffee
the,
mug, number one.
No,
dad.
it's my blue check on Twitter. Probably that's.
Oh
it.
yeah, you're verified.
That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I
but
didn't think about that. Yeah,
who actually did that? And
I don't
is
know
it a
how-
I don't know who
random-
did that on mine either. I just showed up.
Honestly, don't know why I have that. There was a guy impersonating me back in the day, and I wrote to them, and that's why I thought they might have done it because they did that for a while.
Do you have a blue check?
No, I don't.
Oh, he has one and you don't.
Yeah.
I'm the only one in the studio that has one.
Our publicist tried to get me one one
Yeah.
time.
Well,
and-
she's
and
done-
someone was and
Yeah,
Tu-
she didn't do a very good job, did she?
Tuttle's got a Drunky the Bear Twitter. He says horrible
verified.
things.
Is
on
it verified?
It's
I
verified.
know.
That's hilarious.
yeah.
No, it's not. It's but he's impersonating me and saying
Sue him.
horrible things. And
I thought he gave it to you. He said he would give it to you,
I
but
don't
you're like,
want
I don't want it.
but I'm just saying, like, so. But Twitter should, yeah. Well, they don't. And if they did, I would be like, you're just doing it because I went across someone's desk. They just hit a button.
So it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
So you don't want anything from anybody because nothing matters.
Well, if it's real, if actually like some independent body actually recognized my work and what I do for a living, and then really got together and then voted on it, and they're like, "This guy, we've reviewed this."
Yeah, but if they did all of that, you wouldn't win it.
Yeah.
I know. if they put the work.
You're ruining the whole way I can get you the award.
Well, the only way I can get it is they just hit the button and give
Yeah.
it to me, and then I'm like, "Oh, it means nothing."
That's why I always say hit the button. That should be what we say at the
Hit
beginning
the
of every
button.
show.
I don't want to actually accomplish anything.
Yeah.
But then I want to be recognized for accomplishing.
I understand. I feel the same way.
Yeah, I think we all feel the same way.
All right, yeah. So anyway,
Well, you guys are invited to come. It's an open. I think it's
What?
like $75 a plate.
Let's do it.
$75 a plate.
My
Oh
God.
my God.
65
Cracker
is
Barrel's not
starting.
that expensive.
Does it come with the El Presidente?
It's like a 3-course meal and an open bar. Something like that.
Oh, but, well, let's get loaded at the MMA and make a scene. Flip the tables. We're knocking over all of. They got a buffet with baked ziti. I dump it over.
I think it's the weekend before Christmas or something like that.
We can
Let's tear up this TGI Fridays.
They're going crazy. Like, oh my God.
I'm gonna rile up all the MMA guys. I'm gonna get them to riot.
They're all pre-Alzheimer's.
We're gonna shred this place. Nobody pizzas the hut. We're gonna shred this place.
Seth, are you still doing any of the like amateur
Beating up dads?
tournaments? Yeah, beating up fat dads.
Oh, I haven't done that. I've been so busy teaching, and I haven't gotten to that. But and plus, it's been closed. I was going to do one right before COVID hit. There was a tournament in 2 weekends, and then the weekend before they canceled all the gatherings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'll go back to it very soon. I
Um,
need that in my life to feel good.
Yeah. The
Not
accomplishment of winning.
I'm
I'm
those
surprised
things.
you
I'm just
don't do
doing-
it with like dirt bikes or 4-wheelers or something? You know,
Not that
like-
good at all that. Never been good at much of anything.
Yeah, you've been doing it your entire life. You get out there and race with the fat dads, right?
Lots of things I've done my entire life. Just not good at it. In my mind, I'm better than it. But yeah, I've been out of practice. If I do and been clown myself.
You know, Sam's husband just took up skateboarding for the first time. Well, not the
Well,
first time.
no,
since,
he used to skate.
since like high school,
Yeah,
right?
it's been a while.
Yeah. That's
You want to go skating with us?
no, because it's too hard to relearn that, and for sure,
Could help you with your flexibility.
Yeah, I'm also too stiff. There's it's
Yeah, I'm way too
Karate
stiff.
helps with that too.
I need to take a pill that makes me limber. I don't want to do the
Oh,
work.
they have that. The muzzle relaxer. I'm addicted to them.
That's true.
I heard you
Let me
can get
go.
addicted to them, and I'm here to confirm that because right now I feel like a jelly man.
But then I'm like, it doesn't make me any more limber.
Oh, it
Like,
does.
You can't do a split.
I mean, in my mind, it feels like I'm more limber. If I close my eyes, I'm like, look at how limber I am, and I'm just doing like one little thing. I'm like, look at this move I'm doing right. Hold on, I'm going to do one. Close your eyes. Look how limber I am.
I'm just as stiff. I just effed up now. I'm stiff.
Your mind's limber.
All right. Just wanted to,
Make fun of me for my accomplishment. Yeah, we got that. That was an hour.
We
feel
found out
good
what
now.
Tom thinks is fun.
Can
It's
we go?
bullying people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Can we go?
Oh, can I be recognized for my bullying? Like
Number one bullier.
Bully Hall of Fame?
Yeah. Like, what are the other, like the fat kid from Child's Play?
Oh, Murph. when he goes,
Murph.
hi-ya! And he kicks the octopus head off.
What Child's Play is this?
Child's Play 2, there's a fat
Murph.
kid named Murph. And me and Tom,
yeah.
when we really hated our job at the morning show, we would Google the scene from Child's Play where Murph is getting on, and it's like the two kids. It's a girl kid and a boy kid, and they get on stilts to try and get on the tilt-a-whirl.
Yeah.
And they're going through, and they're like, hey, wait a minute. And then they see it's on stilts, so they get out of here. And then Murph goes, what's the matter? The little baby go pee-pee in his diaper? Hi-ya! And then he kicks. He's good at karate. He's a martial artist. He's a fat martial artist. So he does a great kick, and he kicks the head off the octopus that's like, you have to be as tall
Thinking
as
of Problem Child 2, not Child's Play.
I was gonna say.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah, because I was like, I didn't know what the hell they were talking about
Yeah,
either.
Prom Child's 2, not Child Play 2. Same thing.
Yeah,
Totally
It's
different.
all dolls.
Totally different.
Anyway, is it me and a bunch of fat redheaded kids in the Bully Hall of Fame?
So Murph is great.
By the way,
Let me find Murph.
in my experience, the fat redheaded kids cannot fight very well and should not be bullies.
I'm gonna find Murph for you, and we can end with some Murph. Oh, I wrote Child's Play again. God damn it!
Child's Play is a little more dark than that.
Yeah.
What are the famous real life bullies are there? I feel
Real
like-
life bullies?
O'Doyle?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well,
All right, I got it.
another fat redhead.
Here we go, son.
President.
This is. I'll be right back. Okay, here he is. They want to ride the tilt-a-whirl.
Oh, the little baby couldn't get on the ride? What's the matter? They afraid you go pee-pee in your diapers?
Ready? Wait for it.
Oh, that was a really good spinning Bushido getting.
Yeah, that dude is actually a real martial artist, and that's the reason he got signed for that particular movie role. Is they wanted him to do the kick. I read about this in a behind the
No
scenes.
way.
Yeah, 100%.
Even Key-eyed good. Ah!
Yeah, he
That's
did
perfect.
good, right?
Yeah.
But that's
You
the,
should dress up as Murph for Seth's Halloween party.
that's it.
Everyone
Murph,
will know you.
Murph,
Murph, Murph,
Murph.
Murph,
Murph, our Murph.
In a fat suit. No, never mind. You're good like that.
And then, I like to see fat kids do
karate.
martial arts. You should start a. What? I want to see I want to see a whole YouTube channel.
He got real for a second.
How dare you? We gotta go.
Yeah.
Oh, bye bye.